Hey, what's up, brother?
A BB for Hodier.
A BB for Hodier? What's that?
It's African liberation, brother.
Oh, you got that knowledge, brother?
Knowledge, brother? Do you want the knowledge?
Every brother looking for some knowledge.
Look, if you're looking for the knowledge, let me tell you what the knowledge is. Just go to www.waronhorizon.com. Click on the store link. They have DVDs on religion, black freedom fighters, the homosexual war against the black race, black male-female relationships, the dangers of generational mixing with whites, sexual abuse in the black community. Then they have the DVD lecture series on racism, white supremacy, the history of white-on-black genocide, and the powerful impact of the entertainment industry on the black race.
That sounds serious.
It's definitely serious, brother.
I hear what you're saying, brother, but sometimes I don't have a week to wait for something to come in the mail. You know what I'm saying?
Not a problem at all, brother. All the DVDs are available for electronic download, which you can get same-day delivery for $15 each.
Hey, man, I know it's only $15 and everything. The economy kind of rough, you know. Brother's pockets kind of tight, too.
Look, brother, that's not a problem at all. For $1 to $2 a piece, you can order any radio program available on the site.
Man, so look, y'all got any sisters down with this thing?
War on Horizon? Sisters? Of course. War on Horizon also features Children of Southampton products. They have the 2009 and 2010 Nat Turner Day weekend celebration. 1831 Turner Street featuring them Memphis boys, Brothers Keeper.
Okay.
Have you ever heard Sister Nefertari lecture?
Nah, I haven't.
You gotta check out that 500 years of dark skin versus light skin.
Look, man, this stuff sounds kind of serious. They don't really hate on it.
Yes.
Huh?
You hate being depressed, don't you?
Whoa. Brothers and sisters, we'll see you on the battlefield. War on the horizon. Hallelujah!
This content may not be suitable for Euros, Negroes, and Homos.
The devil ain't got horns, he got buttermilk skin. It's time to make this cracker pay the penalty of sin. Lynched and hung for the color of our skin. Pay back like that, let's begin like this.
War on the Horizon presents one of the most important lecture series this fall. Get your pens and paper ready, Black family, and let's mark our calendars together. You ready? Let's go. September 22nd, Dear Barack Obama. October 6th, Sexual Warfare, Blacks versus Homos. October 20th, The Secret Relationship Between Black Leaders and Small Hats. November 3rd, Mind Your Black Business. Part 2, Why Are We So Broke? November 17th, Entertainment, Fighting the Culture Wars. December 1st, The Small Hat, Mortal Enemy to Planet Earth. And finally, December 15th, The United States of Africa, Why and How. All events will be held at Secrets of Nature, located at 3923 South Capitol Street, Southwest, Washington, D.C., 20032. Again, that's Secrets of Nature, located at 3923 South Capitol Street, Southwest, Washington, D.C., 20032. All the events will be on a Saturday afternoon at 12 p.m. sharp. The events are absolutely free for the entire Black family. That's right, absolutely free for the entire Black family. No reason to miss this university. This will be one of the most powerful lecture series of 2012. Black family, come on out. It's free of charge. Starts September 22nd and follows every 2 weeks after that through December 15th. For more information, visit www.waronhorizon.com and click on the events link. Again, visit www.waronhorizon.com and click on the events link. Or you can listen to our radio station, War on the Horizon, again by visiting waronthehorizon.com and clicking anywhere on our website where you see Listen Now. Black family, we look forward to seeing you at these events. A beautiful day.
Hey, brother, did you try that new restaurant down the street?
Yeah, I went there yesterday. Man, the food was off the chain. And the chicken was like, how they be saying it? Like, to die for.
Whoa.
To die for.
To die for, brother?
I'm saying, I mean, the chicken was good. You know what I'm saying?
Can't you just say the chicken was good? Does it have to be to die for? That sounds a little effeminate.
Did you wear skinny jeans while you were eating the chicken?
Nah, I'm saying, I say it was good, man.
Was it rainbow chicken?
Hold out, man. I just like the chicken was good.
Milk with a sparkly buckle on it. Like,
Was the server doing a sissy bounce?
Man, I'm just saying the chicken was good. Look, man, the chicken was good. No homo.
nah, it's time has passed for no homo.
You're supposed to say it before, brother.
It's like a disclaimer.
I can't say. I just said no homo though. There's no regulation on when you can say no homo. What are y'all like a regulatory governing body over no homo or something?
Brothers and sisters, don't get caught up. Don't let the homosexual poltergeist pull you in. We are the final front in the war against white sex. Stand strong. This African service announcement has been brought to you by War on the Horizon Radio.
War on the Horizon. You gotta love it.
No homo.
Black Jews are faggots. Ain't no faggot. If a man won't protect his own behind, he will do nothing for our race. If a sister will not come out of that behavior, if a sister doesn't want out of that behavior, and if she goes to bed at night lusting after a female, she can't build no nation. You're wasting your, my, and our racist black time. Leave them alone.
It's the one. Brothers and sisters, you gotta stand up. Death to white supremacy. Fight this homosexual assault on our children, yo. And death to this faggot too. Let's get him. Somebody spike your lemonade, you dealing with a renegade. I'm thinking about getting free and thinking about getting paid. The time to make a change, mentally you still a slave and misbehave like the same beast who came out the cave. No matter how you word it, homosexual perversion. That ain't African and that's a fact, about that I'm certain. Your rappers is fruity, smelling like booty. Faggots wear skinny jeans, don't matter if it's Gucci. Smoke you like a Lucy just for thinking you can do me. You messing with Louis, yo faggot, I like you think you got swag, but I think you a fag. Lil Wayne look like a dyke. Rappers dressing in drag. Should be rapping at the gay parade. Mohawk with funny shades. Fruity dudes looking sick. Somebody gave this limit age. This ain't gay bashing, it's murder. Straight caskets. Nickel plated magnum. I see you, I'm straight blasting. Face gashes, razor, straight slashing. Gasoline lighter, fire, straight ashes. Running straight past him. You hear me? I'm straight faggot. And I don't date faggots. You hear me? I hate faggots. Yes, I'm homophobic. Keep it moving like aerobics. Diddy's bending over. He's a faggot and I know it. This brother's a poet. All the honeys want to go with. Gay marriage is legal now. You dummies gonna support it. Extinction agenda. Tools acting XX. Real moist and tender. Ask why when it comes to defense. See, we the first line. Our seeds getting turned out. Blinding of the third eye. Born that way, man, you might as well go back to church. Babies born into sin. Infants get the urge. You folk make me sick. Don't wanna put up resistance. Negroes' new religion is blind acceptance. This faggot ish ain't African. Keep the writings on the wall. That's a man. That's a woman. That's a boy. That's a girl. Every homie's exit only. Testimony on a stack of Bibles. This phenomenon is genocide. Fighting for African survival. Abortions ain't fast enough. Black on black ain't fast enough. Crack and smack ain't fast enough. As they move on Mama Africa. Live grenade at your pride parade. Yeah, I'm trying to blow you up. Man to man is so unjust. Man to man is so unjust. Man to man and mandating. Women with fitters and they pants sagging. Babies confused, I can't have no love for you damn faggot. If you living in Ripley, then you walk the damn canvas. Chick flex like a dude. Get hit like a man. Damn it, legislation after legislation. Less again, just getting flagrant. One aside the monster sacred. I'm my child and not my neighbors. I don't even call them fruits. Cause fruits got seeds. I'm organic, y'all GMO, HOMO, cipher incomplete. A race of people can never be equal to how you lay with people. I'm mad as hell, so my righteous rage is lethal. The Adam and Steve theory, eerie. Ain't no life in it. How sacred is a man's union with no wife in it? Nation building starts with man, woman, child, anything else is uncivilized. War.
My ancestors woke me up this morning. They said, son, you do know what time it is, don't you? I said, what time is that? They said it's wartime, so welcome to the war front, brothers and sisters. Got another outstanding program for you this afternoon, this evening. But this is going to be one of those ones, you know, we never get too far out of the box here on the One Horizon program. This ain't the King Samir show, so we always try to have some boundaries, you know, brother. King Samir bring it straight to the head and kick it the way it's supposed to be kicked. But I'm a little upset today. So today's topic is called, you saw the NFL football teams in pink and random other fagdom. We just talking about fag stuff that shouldn't be tonight. I mean, first time listening to the station, you're probably a little bit offended already, but it's just one of those anti-fag days. Like, we just sick of being surrounded by filth. It's almost like there's no room to be straight. And we'll talk about some of this stuff. I mean, you cannot be just a normal black man who loves black women and that just be cool. You can't just do that routinely. You have to actually make actual effort to be a black man who loves black women and to live that life now. I mean, you find resistance at every stop. So we're gonna talk about that. Before we do, just want to remind brothers and sisters, you definitely want to, I didn't realize it would happen like this. I didn't know it would be this big, but that Dear Obama DVD is flying off the shelves. I didn't realize it was that many people who really were disgruntled, or not even disgruntled, but just curious about who Barack Obama really is and what's really going on, and are interested in seeing it. But we've gotten, I don't know if we've ever had this big of a hit in terms of when we get a video that comes out. I mean, the support for it is phenomenal. I haven't seen anything like this in quite a long time. So you definitely want to go get a chance, go on onehorizon.com, go to the store and get your Dear Barack DVD as soon as you can. Also, give me one moment, brothers and sisters. All right. We want to remind brothers and sisters, this Saturday, you know, we having our Bookman Calls Institute, One Horizon Fall Lecture Series, and we're doing it at Secrets of Nature. This Saturday is Brother Body Shots. He's going to be doing his first lecture, first time ever, secret relationship between black leaders and small hats. If you really want to learn about Zionism and how it's undermined black independence and freedom struggle, you cannot miss this program, brothers and sisters. I got my little daughter behind the glass going, Dad, 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 Dad. It's the cutest little thing in the world, man. If you don't have any children, brother, get yourself a queen, lock it in tight, and then go get you some little young people, man. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. If you can, and that's another thing, if you can keep them away from this mad fagdom, it's a beautiful thing to have a child. You know, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, she's just trying to push through this window right now because she see her dad. Look, since y'all out there, I'm going to go get her for a second just so y'all can hear her. I'll see if she going to make some noise while we're on the tongue. Come on here, little girl. Come on through here. She want to be on the radio with Dad. Say hi to the people on the radio, little lady. You say hi? You're not going to say hi, but we talking to the whole radio land. People all around the world are listening, trying to hear what you got to say. And you going to keep it quiet now? You was banging on the little window, and you was saying, Dad. Now that you get there in front of all these thousands and thousands of people that's listening, all across the world, people in Africa, Brazil, people all across the United States, now you don't want to say nothing? You just want to sit here and look pretty. They can't see you, though. They can't see you, so if you don't say nothing, they don't even know you here. They think I'm making this up. What you think? You good? He's like, long as I'm with Dad. So I'm going to hold her for a little bit till she decided she wanted to get on out of here. But you know, we got this mad fagdom going on, and you got a little, you know, child. I'm telling brothers and sisters, get it together, keep your relationships working, have some beautiful children, but we got to do something because we got to get away from this stuff. I mean, people who in 1994, 1995 were, well, matter of fact, let me finish the stuff we talking about our brother Body Shots here. You want to come out, Secrets of Nature, 3923 South Capitol Street, this Saturday, October 20th, 2012. The lecture is going to be at 12 noon. If you're going to tune in online, if you're not in the Washington, D.C. area, you can watch the first half of it. We start around 12:45, and we'll go around 12:45 to maybe 1:30 or so. You get about a good half an hour, 45 minutes, something like that. And you're going to see one of the most, I mean, y'all know body shots. I don't have to explain this. This is one of the best researchers we've come across, and in terms of synthesizing the information and giving the relevance of it, to really have our people understand who the small hats are, what they've done to our movement, and what we have to do to face them and deal with them. This brother, you've heard him on the radio station. Now you're going to get a chance to see him live. See this brother put down the absolute hammer on the information to help us understand what has happened to get us in the condition that we're in today, and who the black people were there for our people, and what the relationship the small hats had with them. And also those individuals, many of whom we've been taught were fighting for us, but in actual reality, they were fighting against us, and they were working with the small hats to our detriment. Some of the information you're going to get this weekend, brothers and sisters, I promise you, it's worth leaving the house a little later. I know Saturday is the day people like to go do some things, but give yourself a chance on this one. Stay home till about 2 o'clock and tune in around 12:30, 12:45 to online, to the Ustream. All you have to do is go to warnhorizon.com and click that button. It'll take you right to the Ustream. You go to warnhorizon.com and go to the events page. And right there, the first thing you see is the thing that says watch live, Ustream. Click that and it'll take you right there. And you want to see this, brothers and sisters. I promise you, this brother is going to do an outstanding presentation. It's something that you want to check out. With that being said, brothers and sisters, I just got to vent tonight. I think I'm going to have to let my little baby girl go now, because I got to start venting on these homos, and I don't want to be screaming in her ear and she start crying thinking I'm talking about her, because she ain't no homo. You know what I'm saying? Little beautiful little baby girl, little African princess. You want to say bye to the people? Bye-bye. No, you don't want to say nothing? She's real cool, just so y'all know. She don't smile unless she feel like smiling. She don't laugh. Let me see if I can make her laugh. Yeah, but she ain't gonna give y'all nothing tonight. That's all right though. As soon as she old enough to start talking and giving it up, she gonna be doing her own show for the young people. So you can be able to tune in to Miss Kania's show and have your children listen, call in and talk to Miss Kania, talk about the stuff little black children talk about, which I have no idea about because I'm not a little black child, but we will find out shortly. Let me let her out of here. Going back to mama. There you go. Good. That's pretty good, bro. Says, you know, when you have a child that don't want to make no noise, that's pretty good. I think I can't complain, you know. But now I want to just talk about what this show is, brothers and sisters. And this is one of those shows, this is one of those programs, brothers and sisters. I'm being 100% honest. It's not about, I'm telling you right now, listen, I'm going to go ahead and give out warnings. First, I got a new joint, so I'm going to tell y'all before I use it on people. I'm going to tell you, you can use it on me too. This one that we got to start incorporating into the War on the Horizon dialogue. I was talking to a sister today, a good friend of mine, and she's so funny because, you know, I'm who I am. So when I talk to the sister on a regular basis, I'm always talking this race war stuff because that's just who I am. But, you know, she's a civilian. She don't know all this stuff. But she's a real sharp sister. And every time I'm pointing out stuff, look at this, look at that, look at that. I guess she got so sick of hearing it so often. Now what she says is the funniest thing in the world. It took me a minute to catch it. She would just say, the system works. Then I'm like, nah, but you see this? Look at the Negro. He didn't even hold the door for the system. Yeah, the system works. And she said it a few times. And one day I started listening to it. Matter of fact, it was today. And we were talking about something. She said, yeah, the system works. I said, what? She said, the system works. I said, what system? I said, wait, you talking racist? She said, yeah, the system works. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. I said, wow. I said, man, if there has never been a better way to sum the whole thing up, the system works. So what we do, brothers and sisters, it's not an insult, but this is how we do it. Let's say, for instance, you was listening to the show with Brother Irritated Genie, and I'm like, you know, when Brother Body Shots and Brother Jeff came in here going at Frederick Douglass, and you know, I grew up liking Frederick Douglass house right here in Southeast DC. I live on Southeast, so we go down to Frederick Douglass house for Halloween, bobbing for apples or whatever the heck we used to do. And I mean, I like Frederick Douglass. You know, he took the whip from the slave master and whipped them. But after the show, after the program, people breaking down what Frederick Douglass did, Brother Body Shots, Brother Jeff, other brothers and sisters. The one way they could have told me when I'm saying, yeah, but look, I don't, you know, I've always liked Frederick Douglass. Do I have to give him up? They say, hey, Irritated Genie, don't forget the system works. That's like basically that's saying, oh yeah, Irritated Genie, they got you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be. You don't want to call me a Negro because that's not going to do too well because I got the button. I can accidentally make your line go off. You know, I mean, it'd be accident, but I'm saying I can accidentally do that pretty regularly. So you don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to lose your line every time you have a disagreement with something. You know, every time you call up, you're getting dropped calls and getting to the bottom of the list. You're like, what happened? And then you didn't even pick me up at the end. Oh, nah, bro, we ran out the show. I was trying to get to you, but I don't know what happened. Yeah, you know what happened. You called me a Negro. I got in my feelings about it, but I wasn't going to say that over the airlines, over the phone lines. So what I did was I just started cutting you. You don't want that. So the way you do it is a real new slick way. You know, yeah, the system works, bro. You know, that's like giving a black person a pass for understanding. Or you could say it like if you're talking about vicious, severe Negrodom, like you out in the street going down and you see some black people with their 4-year-old daughter in stripper tights dancing on the pole in the neighborhood. You like, I know they don't have her slide up and down like a stripper pole. Then you go, man, yeah, brother, man, irritated, man. I saw something today, man. I just, you know, you explain the situation and then we both listen and we just both be there with our head tongue down and you're like, yeah, irritated. You know what they say, the system works. We like, yeah, the system works. And say, yeah, we got to keep fighting. Good call, bro. That's how we going to do it. So any type of form of severe Negrodom that we recognize and witness, we just kind of say the system works. So I'm waiting to get somebody to come on, like, because I'm really going to really just let off how I feel about these fags tonight, not because it's the appropriate thing to do, but because I live in a gay world and a fag world where the faggots have taken the rainbow. I mean, I was talking about that today, and it really makes me angry. I know y'all gonna say this sounds funny, but now we was riding. I was with some real alpha male type brothers too. I mean, not just no regular brothers, some real alpha male type cats. We riding across the country. This wasn't that long ago. About a couple months ago. We riding around the country. This is honest God truth. I'm not lying to you. And we was, we were on the highway. And man, we seen, it wasn't just one, man. It was the two most beautifulest rainbows, right? And I'm coming to the phone line. So you hang on with us, but I just gotta talk some talk. Man, we seen the prettiest rainbow, man, and the joints that was going all the way across the highway. It's this humongous rainbows. One of them was like in the background, pretty rainbow. Then the other was just like a big, if you want to miss it, you can't miss it. Now it's about 5 of us. Was it 5? Yeah, it was 5 of us in the ride, right? We riding down, all 5 of us looking at the rainbow, right? But don't nobody want to say, look at that beautiful rainbow, because it's all a bunch of dudes. Now, 20 years ago, we'd have been around, oh, man, look at that rainbow. That joint tight, man. Look at that. Yeah, it's cool. But now, the faggies have so co-opted the rainbow. Now, heterosexual black men can't say, hey, man, that's a pretty rainbow. So, basically, oh, Lord. Listen, so don't even try. I got people up here already talking about the system work. Don't even be trying to system work me. Matter of fact, just for that, I don't care what she does or does not say. I'm going to get my first victim of the system works is going to be Lady Shabazz. If I have to manufacture a system works, I'm going to get Sister Lady Shabazz with a system works. But come on, brothers and sisters. I know y'all got to feel me on this. Not that I'm fighting for no rainbow, because that sounds gay, right? But it wouldn't have sounded gay yesterday. It would have just sounded like, hey, but literally, it was like 20 minutes went past. We all, rainbow don't go nowhere. It still was there. And then finally somebody was like, yeah, ain't it messed up how the fags, because nobody wanted to say the rain. We all wanted to say the same. It was a really beautiful rainbow. It was like, man, that's a beautiful rainbow. Nobody would say that though. So one of the brothers finally was like, yeah, man, ain't it messed up how the fags, you can't even say nothing. Like, and the brother tried to do it like he wasn't thinking the same thing all the rest of us was thinking. He was like, yeah, man, like, look at that rainbow right there. You can't even say nothing about that thing. So when he said it, I felt such a relief because I was saying, yeah, man, that's a pretty beautiful rainbow. I mean, you can't really say that now. So then we all start coming out and we just start laughing. So he's like, yeah, man, you can't even say the joint that the rainbow, which is a beautiful God-given reality. This is a natural occurring event. It don't have nothing to do with no faggies. Ain't no sodomites got nothing to do. Look, you're not a sodomite because you like looking at a pretty rainbow, man. It's nature, man. It ain't, nature is natural. That's African. It's normal. But now, even telling the story, I feel because I'm fighting for a rainbow, somehow that it sounds effeminized. When in actuality, the fags have just co-opted everything, man. They co-opted the universe. How you gonna co-opt the universe? How you gonna make the universe gay? How you gonna make a rainbow gay? And brothers, y'all know what I'm talking about. The sisters might not understand what I'm saying. As a black man, though, you in such difficult circumstances, you can't even say, oh, that's a beautiful rainbow, man. That's beautiful. you sound gay. Everything sounds gay now. Anything you want to do as a black man, you feel it though it's homo. I'm gonna tell you this is the honest to God true story. Y'all don't think I'm just making this stuff up. I'm not making this up. I got hetero bashed. Listen to me, brothers and sisters. I got hetero bashed. I'm telling you the honest to God truth. I walked into a store because I wanted to get some jeans. This just happened last Thursday. I walk in the store, I want to get some jeans, right? So I go to the back section to get the jeans, and the dude come up, excuse me, sir, can I help you, you know? He said, yeah. He said, can I help you? So I'm like, yeah, you can help me. Look, I'm trying to get some, I want some black male heterosexual jeans, you know what I'm saying? So it was funny, it was another brother standing there, waiting, looking for some jeans too, and he started smiling because he understood what I'm saying. Nobody want the faggy fits, right? So the dude came to me. I didn't ask him. I was looking for my jeans myself. He came to me and said, look, can I help you? I said, yeah, I'm looking for some black male heterosexual jeans. He said, this is what he said to me. I said, yeah, I want some black male heterosexual jeans. He said, sir, please don't say that. I'm gay. So I'm looking at him. I said, that's what I'm saying. I know you gay. I'm not. So he said, I wear the same jeans you wear. I said, no. You wear the faggy fit. I don't want the faggy fit. I want the man fit. You wear your jeans. I want my jeans. So the little faggy stormed off. Now he's not going to help me find the man fit jeans. So I'm standing there just ignoring him because he's a fag anyway. You know what I'm saying? Fag, I didn't ask you for your help anyway. You can't ask me. I told you I don't want your faggy fit, Jones. I want the regular man jeans. He get mad at me. Then he tell me I don't wear the faggy. You know, he said I don't wear the straight leg jeans. I said, man, look, you know what faggy fit is. Give me the man jeans. You keep the faggy fit. Them for you. I want the man joints. So he dipped, and I'm looking through the jeans. I can't find none. So I make the assumption that there are no man jeans in there. And another brother come up, and he helped me find them. And what he said, basically, what you got to do if you don't want the faggy fit, you got to buy your jeans a size or two too big. So I was like, all right. And he gave me a couple of them to try, and they was a size or two too big, but they fit good. Or at least decent. They're not like the normal man jeans we used to wear, you know, a little baggy, brother put a belt on, but they fit good on the waist. We got a little, you know, just manly, you know, nah, they not faggy fit though. Trust me, they not faggy fit. So I left, and then it dawned on me until about a day later. I was like, hold up, man, this dude tried to hetero bash me. I made a definitive statement. I didn't say, hey, you a faggy, and I hate faggies. Even if I do, I didn't say that. What I'm saying is, I want a pair of jeans that's not going to make me look like I'm a faggy. But the faggy think that, I mean, he's so empowered. He's telling me I cannot ask for a black heterosexual pair of jeans. I mean, he feel like, I mean, he's so bold. He said, please don't say that, I'm gay. I'm like, I mean, imagine a woman going into a store and say, yeah, I want a nice feminine, you know, I don't want the masculine shirt. I want a nice feminine shirt. The woman said, okay, no problem. She would say, maybe she would these days. Well, I'm a dyke, so don't say that. What do you mean don't say that? She wants to be feminine. She wants to be, I'm a man. I want to be masculine. But the faggy want me to have the faggy fits. He don't even want me to be able to be man enough to tell him that I want some. So I'm like, hold up, Joe. The black man, Brother Quasi said this, Baba said this years ago, and I kind of like heard it, but I knew it was profound, but now I see how profound it is. They got the black man in the closet, and the fag is out here poking his little gay breast out with his little training bra on, poking his breast out. And the real men are in the closet. You can't even be a basic man today. I mean, like, literally, he thought, and I'm sure what would have happened, anybody else would have folded. And the brother that was standing there laughing when I told him I ain't want the faggy fit jeans, I could tell once the faggy started getting his little fizzy fit, the brother got a little bit uncomfortable. And I'm like, he's a fag. I didn't say this, but I'm thinking to myself, why are you uncomfortable? He's a fag. So what? That's what fags do. They get all out of pocket, you know? My point being, the world is closing in on us, brothers and sisters, and we're going to take phone calls. I promise you, I'm coming to the phone lines early tonight because I know y'all got some random fag stories too. That's the show tonight, NFL football teams in pink and random other fagdom. Just random fagdom that's driving you nuts and ticking you off in this society too, you know? My little daughter. I got a year and a couple of month-year-old little daughter, like a 14-month-year-old little daughter, right? I can't take her anywhere without her seeing a bunch of homosexuals. I'm in Washington, D.C. Everywhere we go, she's surrounded by homosexuals, lesbians, females that are holding hands under umbrellas. It's like, I can't turn it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I lost my, years ago, you used to like cable, because I used to, tape the cable. And I said, well, you see a lot of the videos you get, I got from cable. That's how I was able to get that stuff, watching stuff, taping it, whatever. But it got to the point where, and it might have been immature on my part, but it's okay now. It worked out because they got YouTube. But I got so sick of fag commercials. Buying us kissing without me. See, I can't see no dudes kissing. It disturbs my spirit. So like, man, you be watching something, you don't know two dudes about to kiss, you don't know they faggots. And next thing you know, they kill. Oh! So I mean, it might sound immature, but the fag stuff on TV started to bother me so much. I called up to the cable thing. I said, look, I want a no fag button. They was like, huh? I said, I want a no faggy button. I mean, everything gay on TV. And y'all have like, y'all have the settings for children to make sure that, they don't get any rated R, rated PG and all that stuff. I want a faggy button. I don't want no gay commercials. I don't want no dudes wearing pink. I don't want no dudes with female voices. I don't want no kind of gay stuff that you try. I don't want to see nothing gay. I just want to see regular programming, Incredible Hulk. The $6 Million Man, you know what I'm saying? Mr. T and the A-Team, you know what I'm saying? Spider-Man, not the new gay man, but the old Spider-Man, the heterosexual, corny cracker, Peter Parker, we got Aunt May, some guy, I mean, he's a Peckerwood, but it's a wholesome Peckerwood story. Even if it's a lie, it's kind of cool, He's a little corny dude by day, he go kick behind at night and say to the bad guy, I can watch something like that. I don't want to see dudes kissing. I don't want to see women rubbing thighs. I don't want to see Madonna adopting black children. I don't want nothing gay, man. I don't want no gay stuff. So they got mad at me and hung up the phone. So I called back and I was like, hold up, wait a minute. I want a no fag button. If y'all can do the children button, you can do a no fag button. You obviously have a fag button because everything I'm saying is fag. So I just want the reverse. I want the no fag button. So they get mad. They like, well, sir, we can't do that. Well, I was like, well, cancel my service then. So they try to talk me out of cancel. I said, look, if you can't give me a no fag button, then I don't want this service. So I haven't had cable since, I had to get rid of the cable, and I haven't had cable since that time. And so my point being, brothers and sisters, feel like, I mean, we need to be able to get this off. I mean, I'm getting attacked for not wanting faggy fit Gene. You cannot watch TV. This is how bad it is. Okay. I don't even watch TV. Matter of fact, I don't have the ability to watch TV in my house now because we got a television screen. We hooked the computer up to it, but I told you I got rid of the cable because they wouldn't do the no fag button. So now I'm just trying to watch TV. The only thing I watch every now and then, I go to my house, watch a football game. So I'm over at my family house yesterday, my little baby there, my lady, my queen, moms, everybody just sitting around watching a football game. So Sister Nevertari say, babe, why are all these men wearing pink? So I was like, what? So I started looking. Everybody got pink bands, pink shoes, pink leotard, just everything pink. I said, hold up, man. What the world? So my mother said, no, that's breast cancer awareness something or another. I said, hold up, Mom. And I wasn't real disrespectful enough. I was like, Mom, don't do it. I said, nah. There ain't no reason for a bunch of grown, aggressive football player men trying to knock each other's heads out to be going around in pink. This is a gay world. So I said, what in the world? She said, well, you know who started? I said, no, some fag probably. She said, well, it was Dan Snyder. Snyder, small hat. His wife is into the breast cancer awareness, this, that, or the other. And she's like, well, she said, I knew you would think that. I said, look, I'm not letting nobody in here get away with this. And I said very simply, look, prostate cancer is something that men get. When you see prostate cancer coming out, people like Kwame Ture, Minister Farrakhan, people that got prostate cancer, they come out and speak out on behalf of it. If a woman talk about it, she talk about it. You don't see no women walking around with men's cups talking about, we women, it's not gay, but we got men cups on because we trying to promote prostate cancer. I don't want to hear no excuses for putting a dude in pink. He's a football player. Even if he was just a regular dude, he ain't supposed to wear pink. But then to have him dressed and draped in pink on the football field, what is that doing to the psyches of our sons? I said, no wonder I'm saying. Then I found out today this has been going on for like 4 or 5 years, or at least some years, which means you got young black boys looking at their favorite football players. A bunch of them is fags any daggone way. And they looking at these fags. These fags got on pink shoes. And what they saying is that after the season over, then they sell the stuff. And so you got mothers buying pink stuff for their sons, or you got sons walking around in pink. Now, I'm not saying I want people to die of breast cancer. I had people in my family that had breast cancer, but it didn't make me wear pink. I mean, I go try to get them some doctor help. The doctor can help them. I can't wear pink. Ain't going to make them stop getting breast cancer. It gives awareness. No, give awareness. Just tell people, hey, breast cancer is really bad. Collect money. Maybe even make the field pink. Okay, if the field pink with the dude's playing or something, look, do something. Don't make, first of all, you can't make a man wear pink. The fact that the men put the pink on, I'm ticked off with them. But it's just gay, man. That's my bottom line. You try to figure out where is he going with this. I'm just going to gay land. It's just gay. I'm not going to gay land. I'm saying I'm in gay land, and I'm talking about gay land. This tonight, we looking for fag away spray. If anybody got fag away, I just want to be able to walk down the street and just spray something. And some fags walking, they go to the others because I sprayed this the fag away. It's like the stuff you spray like with bugs, and then the bugs just leave. Even if it don't kill them, they just get away because they can't take the smell or something. I want some fag away that I can just spray the fag away and all the fags just go away. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Maybe somebody can help me out with that. I want a no fag button. I really want to lobby. I want a no fag button. I don't want no gay pedophile. I don't want none of your news reports about no gay penguins. Them your goddamn gay penguins. You probably done molested them damn penguins. And that's why you saying that they gay now. They're not gay. They victims of your white sexual criminal abuse. Leave everything on this planet alone, Cracker. What the hell, man? This is crazy. I'm not the only one. I know y'all listening to this. Y'all know I'm not the only one. I'm telling you right here tonight, if you watching professional football tonight, I want you to look at it. If that's what you want to do. I'm telling you, you're participating in promosexual behavior. I have decided, even though I watch football from time to time, the month of October, which is now I'm finding out that's the pink fag football month, there was breast cancer or some another. This is when they're gonna do their pink foolishness. Football, black men mostly. I'm looking at the crackers. Half the crackers don't even put the pink stuff on. They're like, I'm not no fag. But here go all of these effeminized brothers. I mean, RG3, I don't know he's a young brother, but he got on a band from his elbow, so just pink as he can be. I'm like, man, these gumps. I'm like, what are these dudes doing, man? Y'all look like a bunch of fags, man. You got on a bunch of pink, man. It doesn't make any sense. There's no reason I should be subjected and subjugated to watch gayness all day long. I'm starting to forget what it's like to be in a world where there are other heterosexuals. Matter of fact, sometimes I catch heat from brothers because, and y'all, I know some of y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm going to come onto these phone lines shortly. 760-569-7676. Again, that's 760-569-7676. The participation code, 948-656-pound. That's 948-656-pound. Tonight, we're talking about this malicious fagdom that's just rampant amongst everything in the universe. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Look, it's not intentional, but like, I'm so happy these days when I see a heterosexual brother, like a sister will walk by with a nice shape or good looking or something. Normally, in the past, I look or whatever and then turn back, try to make it look unobvious. Sometimes not look just to seem like I'm mature. Now, I look, and if I see a brother looking, I start smiling. But it's not that I'm gay. It's that I'm so happy it's another brother that's looking at a sister and smiling. I mean, man, she bad. I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? I want to shake his hand, but not because I'm all excited to know this dude. He probably think, why this dude all up in my face like this? But it'd be like, I'm just so happy that you're not a fag. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I've had to say, because brother looking at you with you, I say, nah, man, I'm just so many fags out this joint. I appreciate it, sister. I'm glad to see another dude that's straight. They be like, oh, yeah, I feel you, dog. You know how brothers talk. I feel you, dog. I mean, it's how it is out here. I'm like, nah, it ain't how it is. There's a bunch of fags out here. They be like, yeah, I feel you, man. It's crazy out here. I'm like, yeah, man, but she bad, And I get back to that and keep moving. It's so bad that, like, which don't even make sense. I'm happy to see a heterosexual black man these days. Like, I'm going to tell you how bad it's gotten. This is the honest God truth. I'm not exaggerating. when people write us up now, they want us to come in and go to different places, area of the country. We don't know him. We ain't never heard from him before. The first question I have my people, I tell them point blank, don't tell me about no gig or no event if you have not asked the person if they black and if they heterosexual. Now you say, well, why you ask them if they black? I cannot tell y'all brothers and sisters how many Peckerwoods be writing us up talking about we want to support you. Had one cracker talking about, we ain't know it was a cracker. They wrote up, my people know the policy. They wrote up, hey, we want to support you up here in Massachusetts. Can you hook us up with some Warner Horizon up here? Blah, blah, blah. So my folks was like, yeah, we can do that. Oh, first question, we just a policy we had to send. I told them to send it. They sent a question. Yeah, you know, are you black? Are you a heterosexual? Because, you know, sometimes we have some do-gooder whites who be trying to, you know, get in, blah, blah, blah. How people send me the email back, Irritated Genie, yeah. Remember we was telling you there was a brother that wanted to meet with some brothers and sisters up in Massachusetts? I said, yeah, it wasn't a brother. I said, why you said that? I said, because we sent the thing, you know, we put it in the email because they didn't tell me that they did it the way I told them to do it. I had assumed they had already talked to him. But nah, they had just put the thing in there just assuming that he was really black. They do it as a formality. Come back, this cracker talking about, well, no, I'm not black. I am one of those do-gooder whites, but I believe in black supremacy. In Alabama, this Peckerwood sent 2 pictures of him with a black supremacy shirt and his stomach out. And he says, and I want to support y'all, whether sexually or not. I want to support what you're doing. So I said, this is a fact. What do you mean I want to support you? I believe that the black man is superior and the black people should be superior to whites, and that includes myself. We should be exterminated, and you got to get busy. I know y'all think I'm laughing. I'm joking. I'm telling you, this wasn't even 2 weeks ago. This just happened. So I'm like, you know, you got to tell people. So now, no matter who we are, if I meet a brother in the street and everything, we start, how you doing? How you doing? First thing I say is, look, you heterosexual. You're like, what? Are you a heterosexual? So I need to know because there's a lot of fags out here. And some people get a little taken off by it, but I don't care how they feel. Look, I got to protect my own interests, my own reputation, and the reputation of my people. And I just got to protect my own spirit and my own soul. It's just fags everywhere, and it's driving me nuts. And I know it ain't driving me no more nuts than it's driving you, because you got to deal with these fags too. So I know I'm not the only one out there that feels like it's like a fag bubble that they're trying to put us in. And no matter which direction you turn, everything's gay. I turn on a football game, and you got a bunch of faggots running around in football, hitting each other with helmets in pink. Now, I know they're not all prototypical faggots, but they might as well be faggots. They running in the pink. And matter of fact, it was so gay tonight when the show is over. I got a program is over. I got a fuchsia shirt. It's not pink. I don't care what Brother Jeff says. Don't be listening to Brother Jeff, because Brother Jeff be out there sometime. But he think that it was pink, but it was not. It was like a fuchsia red, whatever that means. So I'm going to tear the shirt up. Matter of fact, if I can get the queen to go downstairs, I will tear it up on the radio so y'all can hear it. I'm done with, I don't want no association with nothing pink. These football players have me so upset, man. Why? And I'm saying some of the stuff in jest, but I'm very, very serious, and to the point. There's no, I don't want to hear no fancy explanation. I remember the Green Mile. Y'all remember that movie? They got some fancy explanation. I don't remember how it happened, but for some reason he has to grab the white boy's testicles. I don't want no plot and theme that's so sophisticated that a brother got to grab a cracker testicle. That's just gay. I don't care what no, brothers, you got to understand. The white boy he had the testicle disease, and the black man, even though he was retarded, well, he wasn't really retarded. He had, that thing they have like Rain Man, and he had to touch you to fix stuff. So the reason he grabbed the white boy's testicles was to heal him. I don't want to hear that foolishness. You just gay as they are. Stop creating gay scenarios. If the black men in the NFL football league want to support breast cancer, why don't they come on TV and do commercials? Breast cancer awareness is very important. Here's my mother. You have a mother like this too. They can find ones that mothers had breast cancer and sit there and say, and I love my mom, and I know you love yours too, so we got to give to this foundation. That'll make way more awareness than just a bunch of faggots running around in pink. I didn't look at that and say I want to give to no daggone Pink Panther breast organization. I didn't feel bad for them. I feel like they're a bunch of fags. Matter of fact, I'm against the thing now. I don't want black women to get breast cancer, but I'm anti-breast cancer foundation because they got black men running around in pink. It ain't helping nobody. It just turned everybody gay, man. So if y'all not feeling me tonight, then you probably gay. I know you're not gay because you wouldn't be listening. You wouldn't be a homo listening to Warner Horizon, because this is not a favorable, comfortable place for somebody that's a homo, but this is just one of those nights. You know, sometimes we have nice, cool, collective shows, very educational, informative. Tonight is not one of those shows. Tonight, not one of those programs. This is I would not go with the faggy fit jeans, and you're not going to hetero bash me out of it. This is I'm a black man. Don't I have some kind of right to be a man on this planet? Obviously, they don't think so. Between the bus stops with faggy images on the bus stops, and then getting on the subway, I mean, all kind of gay age fag awareness stuff, dudes hugging and munching. I mean, just the whole world is becoming gay before our eyes, and I don't care about the crackers; they always been gay. But for black people, I mean, they're completely turning us into some kind of super natural monstrosity, monster, gay, sick, psychopathic super fags. And it's like, I think we're getting gayer than the crackers. Even the white boys on the field, that's what I'm saying. The cracker, who is a fag, the crackers wasn't putting on the pink the same way the brothers were. I saw every brother had some pink. Maybe one or two of them didn't. Man, it was about half the crackers had the pink stuff. Half the other crackers like, nah, I ain't doing this. I ain't, it's gay. They ain't said, but they didn't have the pink on. I'm like, well, why is it the crackers got enough malehood in them and they a fag race and they don't want the pink, but yet then the brothers is all putting on the pink. I'm extremely offended by the whole thing. I'm disappointed in my brothers, and we got to get this effeminization of black male out. I don't know if y'all know, but we've been going around passing it out for free. The brothers contributed and gave their money so that we could make up to 400. And I think we're going to put some more money together, even if they can't do it because they done gave a lot. If I had to do it myself, we're going to start giving out the feminization of black male. I mean, we still sell it, but we got to get this thing into the schools. We got to get it to the athletes. I mean, they don't have any sense of black masculinity whatsoever. We got the bus stops, the subway, then we got the check it game. If you go online to YouTube and just put in check it game, gay game, if you can stomach watching through it and you see these dudes, they're fully dressed like people. You have to see it for yourself and you understand. They're not just your standard faggies now. The faggies that we have to deal with out in these streets now, they can whip the average. A 15-year-old check it faggot can whip an average 15-year-old black boy. What they're doing in schools, I just got an email from one of the brothers and brothers keeper recently at the school, and he said basically he's dealing with a 15-year-old that cannot bench press. Now, he's a heterosexual. He can't bench press the bar, which is 45 pounds plus 10 on each. So that's 65. He can't bench press 65 pounds. He's 15 years old. Yet, the little faggies in the check it, man, these dudes, I'm going to be 100% honest. If I had to fight one of them, I'm putting out a knife or something. These are not no little frail little youngins. These are like the football playing type young people, gang thug types that we were used to dealing with when we was coming up in D.C. They not no young people that just to be taken lightly like that. They present a threat. And the fact that they super gay, that they rapists, and they've been sexually violated and they sick, makes them extremely dangerous. And it's getting promoted. The city of, I mean, this was crazy. You got a bunch of cross-dressing homo gang that's very, very violent in the city. And the city's reaching out to them, giving them a political platform to legitimize their fagdom. Man, brother says, I'm saying the malicious, sadistic fagdom is everywhere. I want you to call them. I'm about to go to my phone lines right now. 760-569-7676. Participation code 948-656-pound. Again, 760-569-7676. Participation code 948-656-pound. Don't say nothing gay. Don't come on here saying nothing gay because I'm upset tonight. I don't know what I might say. I'm sick of the malicious fagdom. Now, what we want to do, want you to tell your stories about malicious fagdom, how you feel about this homosexual agenda and just the everyday homosexual overtures that you're getting when you say anything about fags. You getting assaulted from your family members and various other promosexuals running around the community. You can't even be a functional heterosexual in this society. Tell me if I'm going too far with this, brother, sister. Tell me if you are feeling the way that I'm feeling. We in a fag war, brothers and sisters. 760-569-7676, 948-656-pound. Anonymous caller, you're live on Warner Horizon. Anonymous, going once, going twice. All right. Detroit.
Peace, how you doing?
I ain't doing too good, sis. I need some help here, It's malicious fagdom going on everywhere. Tell me I'm not going crazy, sis.
No, you're not going crazy. I just lost a friend over the summer because of that. It started out, we were co-workers before I moved up here. And, we would talk, we basically worked in cubicles side by side. So throughout the day, we were both silly and we'd be, dancing and just acting a fool in the cubicles. Surprised we didn't get fired. But she was just real cool. So I didn't think nothing of it. And about a year later, we went out to eat. We went out to dinner with another girl. And this other girl I really didn't like too much. I didn't like how she carried herself. She was always real obnoxious and ridiculous. So we were eating, and the other girl comes out and says that she's bisexual. And I'm like, okay. So dinner to me was kind of over from that point. I was waiting on my earliest way to get out. But before, or right after she said that, then she said something about my coworker that sat next to me, the one I was cool with, and said that she was gay. So she pretty much outed her. And, I was shocked because she didn't look gay. She never made any moves on me or anything like that. She was just a cool person. So I was like, whoa, okay. And so after that, I wasn't as close to her, but we still worked together or whatever. So we still would talk. I said, as long as you don't bring that gay stuff over here, whatever. So when I moved, she was on my Facebook or whatever. And over the summer, me and some of my friends were doing like a straight pride thing. We kept posting like straight pride pictures or something like that. And I got tagged in a straight pride picture. And she's going to come and tell me, get mad at the comments that we were making in the picture and say that we don't need straight pride. Gay people can be proud because they're oppressed, but straight people aren't oppressed, so we don't need straight pride. And I'm like, who the hell are you going to sit here and tell me I can't be proud? I've been married for 6 going on 7 years. You're going to tell me I can't have no straight pride, but you can be proud all day long and go to pride parades and wear your rainbows and whatever else you do, but I can't be proud. You out your mind. And then I think after that, she had asked me, I said something about if you support the gay rights agenda, then you support pedophilia. And she got offended over that. And basically I told her I ain't backing down from my position. You can, like it or don't like it. It is what it is. I don't like what you do. I don't like your lifestyle and the opinions that you have. So if you don't like my opinions, you deal with it. I deal with you, deal with it. And so she basically deleted me. That's the last I heard from her.
And do y'all still work?
No, this was, we worked together probably about 3 or 4 years ago. And then after that, I just saw her on Facebook occasionally, but she got real offended by straight pride.
Wow. So, and I'll tell you what's so deep about what you're saying, and it's a lesson I had to learn a long time ago. In the workplace, I've learned this, and I don't know if you've experienced this, but whenever fags get in the workplace and get positions of power, they are extremely racially disloyal. Mm-hmm. Even though a lot of the fags, and I'm not going to say that there's no fags that ever do anything to help the black people on the job. I'm not saying that. But I have found that if you get a black fag in a position of power on a job, they're going to do a couple things. One, try to hire more fags. Mm-hmm. Two, they're going to be the worst Uncle Tom traitor to help the crackers, help them oppress the black people. Or three, just like the Packers, they cool with you as long as you cool with their sodomy. The minute you have a position like you took, where you have an opinion on something that don't jive with them and their fagdom and their vicious sadistic tyranny, then all of a sudden, any idea of a friendship you thought you had is completely gone. And they will use their power to snitch on you and try to get you in trouble too.
That's true. And it was funny because, like I said, I didn't know that she was gay. And I don't know if I had just started listening to More on the Horizon or if I hadn't started listening yet. Because, like I said, it was like 4 years ago, maybe something like that. So I really didn't have a strong stance. I didn't like gay people, but I was like, as long as you don't bring it to me, that's fine. And then my position started getting, more and more strong. But it was weird because that's the only place I ever worked where it seemed like almost everybody was gay. What you said was right. Our supervisor was gay. was a white cracker. And then the more I started looking around, like everybody was gay. Everybody there was gay except for maybe me and maybe one or two other people. Everybody was gay. The men, the little crackers would walk around making comments to each other about what they do and smacking each other on the butt. These are people that have wives and kids at home. I never knew, like, I think all white men are gay for real because of the way they acted. It was just crazy.
Oh, slow down. Okay, I know Genie, and I'm supposed to know this already, but you got to slow down. Are you telling me in your workplace, you seen crackers that got wives and children at home that purport to be straight, walking around smacking each other, grabbing each other behind, talking about how gay they is?
Yeah, I mean, because they would say it like they were joking, but I'm like, nah, I was raised around all men and don't know men play around like that. You jokingly grab somebody's butt, it's gonna be a fight. So yeah, the whole workplace was gay.
I believe that I see it every day, so I know what you're talking about. Wow.
And I got my husband here. He has a story for you that I think happened just a minute ago.
Oh, brother, come on here, give us some of this stories or some of this malicious fagdom. My brother. How you doing?
What's going on, black man?
Hey, man, bro, I'm just trying to live in your shadow, brother.
Oh, yes, sir. Man, I kicked this now. You know, I work at Cobo Hard in Detroit, and we had some bunch of homecomings. It's homecoming month, so the school's coming in, and I see all the little beautiful black queens coming in, but they not with any dudes. So I'm like, what's going on? Where all the brothers at? All the brothers I see coming in are in groups, and they're separate. So I asked a young sister, I said, hey, how come y'all like, where's your data? Why y'all separate? She said, all of them are gay.
What?
These are 16, 17-year-olds. She said they're all gay. And when I noticed the brothers coming in, they wearing pink. They wearing peach colors. They wearing them, I don't know what the style is in D.C. I didn't notice and just found this out. These brothers are wearing women's rain boots. Brother came in wearing yellow and orange and pink rain boots. My brother had on black and pink rain boots. And a couple brothers came in wearing dresses. And they actually kicked them out the homecoming. And these 16, 17-year-olds. Brothers. Tall, healthy, strong, look like strong brothers. They coming in wearing dresses. 16, 17 years old.
Yeah. Oh, brother, this is... Now, you seen this with your own two eyes.
Brother, we had 5 homecomings the last 3 weeks, and I've seen it. It's a trend. Pink, orange, and these rain boots. That really freaked me out. These are women. I asked this one brother, he was wearing red and black rain boots, black pants, red shirt, black sweater, whatever. He's gay as hell. I said, come here, brother, for a second. I said, are those men's boots or women's? He said, these are women's boots. They only make these for women. And all the brothers, even the so-called straight brothers, who I thought were straight, they were wearing new big trend in Detroit.
Man, the cracker has turned us gay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So to answer your question before we go to our next call, that's a shit. Boy, you talking about a story of malicious fagdom. That's it right there. Let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
There was a time, and I've been talking about this fag stuff. Of course, let me be clear now. I had no idea. Even though I was saying it, I didn't really know it like that. Back in the mid-'90s, we were talking about this fag thing, and it was going to get really bad, but I didn't know it would get as bad. But one of the things we used to always hear is we got bigger things, bigger pills to swallow than to deal with this fag thing. On a scale of 1 to 10, with this fag thing that's happening to our race, with 1 being it's the least important thing because there are 9 things that are more important, and with 10 being it's the most important thing we got to deal with, where would you put this feminization and masculinization of black females and the feminization of black male in terms of crises for black people to deal with?
Soldier, I say it's a 10 because it turned our women into men and men into women. It's a 10. I mean, I've seen it at a high school level, at a grade school level. So yes, sir, it's a 10, brother.
Well, look, Y'all in Detroit too, so y'all really have to watch out back. Cause I know they kind of wild out there. So please take care, protect each other, get each other's back, and we can do anything to help you. Always call on us because we're here for you.
Yes, sir, Soldier. Appreciate that.
All right. Everything else going good for you, Warrior?
Oh, yes, sir. You know, out here battling, doing my thing, brother, doing my thing.
Out there on the battlefield. Well, we love it. We appreciate you all. And if that's all, then we're gonna go to our next call, and we'll definitely see you on the battlefield.
Oh, yes, sir. Peace, guys.
All right. That's my Detroit fam there, man. Sister and brother that's in the war together. Really a pillar of the truth that the black male-female relationship can continue to work, and that you can actually be black, conscious, committed, and active, and you can actually hate Peckerwoods too, and still have a warm, loving, caring relationship, and be just as sick of this malicious fagdom as we are here at One Horizon. So they're a testament to that. We love them, we appreciate them, and they got some real special surprises coming up in the next few months. So y'all stay tuned, brothers and sisters. That's our Detroit fam out there. 5469. Time to deal with this malicious fagdom. You're live on One Horizon.
How you doing? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, can you hear? How you doing? Peace.
How you doing, brother?
Okay. Yeah, I was that paint, you know, that's kind of disturbing to me too. I said, what I got family members play football,
Mm-hmm.
and they got all the pink wristband, everything. You know, it kind of blew me away. So what I told them, I asked them to take it off. I'll buy them some black, you know, the right colors to wear. But they were trying to tell me it's for the supporting the breast cancer, something for the women. They say they do it every year. That's something new to me, too. I mean, I have a hard time watching the NFL, too, with them guys running up and down with the pink on. Man, it's kind of, you know, really hard for me to watch the game.
Now, let me ask you, because honest to God, once it was pointed out to me that they had on pink, he had a hard time watching the game and seeing anything other than these dudes in pink. I mean, am I crazy, or is it completely like something out of the Twilight Zone or something?
I don't know what it is, but I heard years ago, I heard about the color pink, how it has some kind of psychological effect. When they did some kind of study in the prisons, where they said it calms people down, it tones them down, or whatever.
Yeah, they did.
Hear anything like that?
They did. And they actually painting the walls pink and get others to wear pink underwear and all that kind of stuff. Is they stopped having as much aggression because they say the color pink, it feminizes the male or the female, and it makes a person less aggressive. So they started painting everything.
There's some truth to that. If you don't have it, I'm just going to go on there and know.
Can you hear? Yes.
Yeah, it's going in and out. Yeah, that really do kind of disturb me. I mean, I don't know what it is. I was always taught pink is for the girls. Little girls coming up, pink flowers, the pink shirt. I see older dudes wearing them. Sometimes they stand next to me. I just have to move myself away from it. Just bother me, really. I mean, I gotta, you know. Some people say, try to argue with me, say, hey, not but a color, but it represents something.
That's right. What city are you in, brother?
Delaware.
Wow. Do you see a substantial amount of homosexuality in Delaware?
Yeah, I see that a lot more. I mean, you know, the high school kids, I see a lot of girls, young girls coming up, holding hands, kissing each other. You know, it's just, oh, man, it's really disturbing. You say something to them, you might end up in a fight.
Well, you know, I know what you're saying because I don't know if she was a lesbian or not, but I saw a video somebody just sent me of a bus driver. I don't know where they were located. It looked like LA, but I'm not sure where it was. But the young lady was arguing with the bus driver, and they were going back and forth. But she walked up and hit the bus driver. And it was in Cleveland. The sister saw it. It was in Cleveland, Ohio. And the bus driver jumped up and hit her with an uppercut. I'm saying he hit her with the kind of uppercut that if he a grown man with, could have put the dude down. And I tell you, based on what you're saying, like you say, if you say something to these young people, I had a hard time, like, I not agree with the sister like that, but I had a hard time really. I mean, I'm not gonna let a child come up and start beating on me. I don't have it in me. I'm not gonna let no child start beating. Maybe a 3-year-old that's going crazy, I can live with that. But a 12, 15-year-old come up and just smack me in the face, that's gonna be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope I don't respond like this brother did. But my point being, you got a point. We want to say something to our youth, but what do you say with somebody that's a grown male or a male, a 15-year-old male who's so savage, he got on female clothes and he wants to get sodomized and sodomize other males? That's a severe degree of mental issues they got. I mean, if they bend over and take it, then they're going to be ready to fight with you. So I don't even know if we can save anybody like that. What's your opinion, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I went through that a couple of times, too, and it's like people around, too, they'll take their side. You know what I mean? It's like you just can't win, so, you know, just say a little something and just get away from it, you know?
Mm. Well, I agree with you, brother. We definitely appreciate you making that contribution, and I agree with you 100%. Sometimes we want to get involved, but sometimes you got to really make a judgment if it's worth it, because I'm going to make it's not even no prediction. I already know what's going to happen. Within the next 5 years, it's going to be, it's about 5 years ago in the Washington Post, it started coming out in the little small print sections, stories of men getting accosted in alleys in Washington. I mean, grown heterosexual men just on their way from work getting accosted and raped by dudes. With this severe, aggressive homosexuality with our youth, it's not going to be another 5 years before it's a standard thing for gang rape of men to be occurring in the regular street, not in the prison, but just walking down the street. Heterosexual men are going to have to start packing heat and popping off eggs that think that they can actually rape men. And I know it's coming, and it's a real sad state.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this world is changing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, appreciate that call, brother. We love you. We'll see you on the battlefield.
Peace.
Peace. All right, 9803, you live on One Horizon.
First off, peace, and it's an honor to be speaking with you, brother Genie, man. You put hope out there. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't even like you said. You can't be heterosexual. You can't be. If you say something you say something against anything. You stand on principle. Out here in Dallas, man. It's terrible, man. All of these young women are walking around looking like, you know what I'm saying, left man, and they're getting passes into some false illusion of manhood with that shit. These young boys, and you know what? They're not paying no attention to anything in schools. It's the media. They all plug into that. They all think they rappers. They think they gangsters. I mean, you talk to somebody 13 years old, and every word out of his mouth is ho. Ho, ho, ho. I got all these hoes, and I got these hoes. It's like, brother, you're 13. You're 13. I talked to him on the train. I talked to other people about it. It's like, is anybody seeing this? This is our future. If this is our future, what future we have left? A lot of look. They wear clothes that they can't describe to you.
Mm.
You ask them, why are you wearing that shirt? And they say, just because it matches. It have all kinds of stuff on it, you know, all that. They always talking about Illuminati and shit. It's like, look, Illuminati's white people. Stop all that. That ghost and spookism shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you know, me and my wife, we got to look. When you said the system works, that's genius, because it's a way of I don't know, man. It's a way of being behind enemy lines and staying focused and not getting too caught up in the illusion. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like yeah, they victims, but wait a minute. I mean, if they're victims, then that means that the ones who are the source and the cause, which can't be them because they're so ignorant. They don't even know anything about the city that they live in. They block their claim. They don't know the history of that street.
Let me ask you a question, brother, because it sounds like in your day-to-day life you run across a lot of young people.
Bruh. Yeah, go ahead.
If we sent you a box of the effeminization of the black males pro bono, just a box of them, would you be in a position where you could just have 10 or 15 on you on a regular basis whenever you run across a young brother who even remotely might listen to something? You can say, hey, check that out, young brother. And next time I see you, I want you to tell me what you think about it.
Without fail, I could. I mean, me and my wife, we used to organize with the Pan-African Connection out here. And our background is just a little bit more militant than they are. You know, I'm originally from Tulsa, Oklahoma. You don't learn about Tulsa, Oklahoma until you leave Tulsa, Oklahoma. But then you grow up as a child, and everybody say the same thing. Don't trust white people. They don't tell you about them. They don't nothing. You know what I'm saying? My father's favorite word is peckerwood. Grew up like that. So the whole science behind them is like it's something different with them. I mean, then I figured out what it is.
Steve,
I'm
gonna let you finish. So your father would like on the horizon, though, huh?
Are you kidding me? One thing though. One thing. For some reason, he will not get rid of a white Jesus that's in this home. Me and my wife, we stay over there. And it's like how he got this up. I mean, he drinks a lot, and I don't know if he'll be listening to us when we speak to him, talking to him, but I don't know, man. It's like now we live a life to where anything we speak on, we drop a red pill inadvertently, and it used to upset, you know what I'm saying? But it's like not no more. That's the battle. That's how you know you're living it. You know, like you said, you can't hold it back. It's who you are. It's who you are. You wanna combat the enemy. We have an enemy. You know what I'm saying? You're combating the media. People get mad when you go at it. It's like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to allow everything? Everything. That's what it is with Peckerwoods. They have no healthy boundaries whatsoever. Because before they were doing all this to us, they did it to each other.
That's right.
You know, I mean, so my thing is, I don't know why their program has been so effective lately. It was not that effective in the past. Not that much.
I'm going to do a couple of things. One, I'm not going to let you go because you got two things you got to answer. One of them, as soon as I say this, I'm going to come back to you. Two, I want you to, when you said, because I love the way you threw that in there, it was real smooth. You said you inadvertently, accidentally, no matter who you're talking to, you accidentally drop a red pill. I want you to break that down for people so they understand what you just said. Matter of fact, if you don't mind, brother, we're going to incorporate that slogan into that War on the Horizon lexicon. You know, I got to drop a red pill. I like it.
Hey, look, bro, it ain't mine, and none of this is mine. You know what I'm saying? The ancestor gave me a charge, and I try to carry it out, you know, as best as I can, so I can be a good servant. That's it. I mean,
when you say you drop, even if you don't mean to, you drop a red pill. Break that down.
Well, I mean, it's when you study knowledge itself, one thing that all of us tend to do is to try to be a little bit polite inadvertently to someone else's position that they may hold. But majority of the time, they're not going into whatever position they may hold as a science. They know of it as something that, you know, they embrace. It was tradition, something they ran upon. But it's not anything in which they actually live the principle. So it's like when those of us start living our principle, it's like, you know, they say that energy. You know what I'm saying? You got an energy on you, and just your energy is there. You know, they may see you with your natural hair. My wife, she's been going through it for the last 2 years with her hair and shit. And it's, I mean, just mainly with her own sister, just the look she's been getting. And then there's an upside to it. She says, less people call her beautiful, but now when people call her beautiful, they have to get their words together before they speak it. Simply from her presence alone. It's like that kind of energy. she's inadvertently dropping red pills. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she probably ain't said nothing, but it's already disrupting the bullshit illusion that everybody try to hold on to.
When you're in the presence of that which is real, it's very difficult to be fake and feel good about yourself.
Hey, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. I mean, and like those of us who are involved in the struggle of trying to free our people, we don't, be going at it 24/7. But the thing is, it's embedded so much in our genes. People get that energy before we even speak on it, and then you start speaking on it, and then next thing you know, this is shattered, then that's shattered, then that's shattered, and all you're doing is speaking truth. You're not trying to shatter nothing. It just comes to you, fit together like that, and it just so happens that anything is in the principle of the peckerwood. It's so easy. It's so easy to break.
Let me jump in here real quick. I want to do two things, and then we got to go to our next call. One.
Yeah, bro.
Finish what you were saying about the people in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You was about to give us an explanation of why they don't say anything, and you had to wait till you left Tulsa to understand the true history of your own city.
It was hard. It was hard because the entire time growing up there, everyone's saying what they're saying about white folks, and no one's going into any depth on it. But then you leave, and it's like, all right, wow, that occurred. Is that why they saying don't trust them, or are they saying don't trust them because of something else? And I mean, that you don't learn about being black in Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? First off, as a child, they give you all them cartoons. You think you're an alien or whatever. You don't know. You don't learn about being black, and probably until like maybe 8th grade. I moved to California. We moved to California by then. But yeah, you learn that it's white. Everything is white. I mean, everybody, when they colored their person white with the peach crayon. Everybody did.
Black
people. What I'm saying? Black people. Look, my nickname was Blackie. The darkest in my family, you know what I'm saying? You heard it 24/7. It never did anything to me. So it was like, well, okay, but my whole concept of darkness, I'm looking up in the sky, looking at stars. The cosmos. It's like, all right, black, whatever. But then I noticed, you look on what happens to people who have your shade. Look at it on television. Look at it around you. Before you even learn of the whole concept of racism, they're like, all right, wait a minute. Majority of us is down and bad. It's like, why? And then you learn the history that everyone in that part of Oklahoma, they just wanted to build. They wanted to build. They were Christians. They all had white names. If there was schools there, I'm pretty sure there wasn't no Islamic schools heavy in that part of Oklahoma. There wasn't Black Power schools. They wasn't drop whitey schools. They were whitey schools. White curriculum. I mean, it goes off of their color. Then you start looking at the spirit, and everything that they bring around them is demonic because it's greed. It's all greed. Look at what they involve themselves in. I mean, the largest rims, 30 inches. They drive that around here. They will stand on that car and be the most proud thing that you ever seen, just on that car. Just like they in 2D or something. Posterized.
Let me do this, bro. I got a lot of calls on here. I know people want to come on. I want you to do me a favor.
Yeah, bro.
Send us an email to liberation@waronthehorizon.com.
Liberation@waronthehorizon.com.
And I want you to send it with your address or where you want us to send this box, and just put in the thing. I was on the radio tonight. Irritated Genie said they're going to send me, you guys going to send me a free box of the feminization of black males to pass around Dallas. Give us the address. We're going to box them up. We're going to send them to you. You get that out to the people, brother.
Brother, anything would be of help down here because it's bad out here in Dallas. It is very, very bad.
I tell you what, you do that, you stay in touch with us, and then down the line, if we can see if there's a place we can get and a way we can come down and maybe do some lectures or some community organizing, whatever we can do, we'll stay in touch with you. We see if we can come down and help you out a little bit to get something going, all right?
Definitely, brother. Definitely. Thank you for the work that you're putting in for the people, man. I'm telling you, the ancestors, if you ain't never seen them smile, you should be feeling it, bro, because they're definitely here with us. They're the ones who gave us our call, you know?
Yes, sir. We appreciate it, bro. We love you. Stay strong. Take care of that beautiful queen. We see you on the battlefield.
Forever. Peace and love, but never without law and justice.
That's right. I like that. Strong, brother, out of Dallas. That's what we talking about. We got the Warriors in the house tonight. Look, man, when you start talking about being sick and tired of seeing these homos and promos run around, you start bringing up the fighters, man, because our people are sick of this madness. We see what's happening to our children. We don't like it, and we want to. Going once. 1398. It sounds like I'm gonna come back to you a little bit later in the show, see if we can get you. Sound like they might be working. You know, we got brothers and sisters on the plantation, but they still got to tune in and get that good One Horizon word. Man, let me tell you a story. Y'all ain't never heard me mention this brother before, but deep south. I ran out of. I got confused, which direction to go, and we pulled up on this street. You know, sometime in the deep south, you got these streets and they don't have no signs on them. And you come to a four-way stop, and I didn't know which direction to turn. And all of a sudden, out of the woods, a brother walked up and said, "Hey, you looking for such and such place?" And I said, "Man, how did you know what I was looking for?" He said, "Hey, man, I just got good instincts." And he showed me and pointed the direction how to go. He said, "Now look, when you get to the fork in the road, if you go left, you're going to end up in Pattyville, and we ain't never going to see you again. So make sure you don't go left. If you get confused about where I tell you not to go left, then still don't go left. Just keep going right. You'll end up in the right spot." And we left, and we ended up in the right spot. And then I was standing there, and as I was talking to people, and I said, "Man, we met this good brother on the street, and he gave us a good direction." He said, "Man, country folks, some good folks." And the people in there stopped me and said, "Wait a minute, that brother you met, he wasn't country, he was Southern." My brother, newborn African, in the house. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, brother? You doing all right?
Hey, man, I'm trying to fight these devils. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing the same thing. I believe I'm the tiredest on here, though, brother. I really do. I'm tired of it all. I'm tired of seeing it on the TV. I'm tired of making them look like the baddest jokers around. I mean, if you think about The Wire, that series called The Wire, who was the baddest joker on there? Omar and Snoop. And what were they?
Faggot.
A dyke and a fag. And, I'm like, man, that's unheard of. They need to start with this homosexual going to lock down the community, all these thugs, and they can't touch him. And, but one thing I want to touch on right quick is how I've seen a change in the brothers, and even though they think they're not gay, they're gay, because I was trying to explain it to this brother. He came in on the temp service, and he got it pretty rough now. He was raised up spoiled, and his parents always bought him everything. So he got older, got out there, started making kids, and, the family took their pockets took a hit. So the brother, he's out there, he's just crazy over this Illuminati stuff, which he got it all wrong, because he's all, man, Jay-Z Illuminati, Nicki Minaj Illuminati, Lil Wayne Illuminati. Well, man, them cats ain't no Illuminati. I said, I just try to tell him about some stuff, but he's so stuck on it, and he like, man, you got to do things to become a part of it. I said, what you got to do? Man, you got to go bend over and give yourself to him. And, he would always be talking about it. And he made the comment, he said, well, I sure wish they would abduct me, because I'm sick of living like this, man. I ain't used to living like this. I said, the things that you said that they have to do in order to get in, right? I mean, yeah. I said, wait a minute, brother. I said, you telling me something, but I don't think you really know what you're saying. I said, you want to clarify that? I mean, man, I'm just tired of being broke and struggling. I said, so really what you're saying is you gay. I ain't say that. I said, if you willing to bend over and give yourself to another man for some, I said, you a prostitute. I said, you worse than just being gay. I I said the only thing is your gayness comes with a price. If you could throw some money my way, I will bend over for you. And I will call it what you want, man. I'm just sick of it, man. I'm trying to get to the top. And I was looking. I said, you know what? This is a grown man, supposedly grown man, standing up here talking about, look, man, I'm sick and tired of struggling. I want some money. Whatever I got to do to get it, I'm willing to do it. And it's just so many instances where you still, and these females around here. I'm tired of them too. I know we're not supposed to fight no female, but these dykes are out of control, man. And I know I'll probably catch some slack on this right here. People probably get mad about it. But if one of these dykes run up on me acting crazy, I will lock up with them. I I have no problem fighting one of them jokers right there. And that's just where I stand. I don't like the men nor the women, all of them.
Well, I gotta say, and I brother Chris the Black Unifier said this many years ago. He said exactly what you just said. He said he was sick of these lesbians posting up on men like they men, and it was a real problem for him. And I never forget hearing him say it, but I didn't understand it. At this point in my life, I will admit I'm exactly where you are. I'm not saying to justify anything. What I am saying is this: I'm going to defend myself in most circumstances. There's only a few circumstances where I'm going to let somebody get away with a whole bunch of them. And some bull dyke coming up on me trying to aggress against me is not one of those ones on my list of looking the other direction. So I totally understand this. I'm getting sick of female aggression, period, when we supposed to be working together. And, we got to deal with our sisters having been brutalized so much and taking this European thinking and constantly fighting us. So you're trying to work it out as much as you possibly can with our women, but then these dykes come in and start acting like dudes and really start aggressing upon men. I don't like it, man. I don't like it.
Exactly. And I don't like the fact people be trying to make you accept this stuff. They ask me, well, how would you feel if you have a child that grow up gay? I said, you know what, he going to have to leave. I said, he going to have to change his name. He going to have to drop that name first. But I'm not gonna claim. I know that might sound wrong too. I can't claim that right there because look here, man. I told everybody if I gotta accept my son got done letting another man throw a party in his mouth and anus, he ain't mine, and I ain't having that right there. I ain't finna have no son. You supposed to be a man coming from me, and here I am out here standing up talking this and talking that, and then they look at my son over here, man. No, I can't have it, man. I can't go for that like that.
I've told all the young people in my family, and I tell them from very young ages, I say, listen, you can do almost anything. I'm your family, we blood, I forgive you. There are 3 things that you cannot do that I will not forgive. 1, you can't be no cracker lover. I do not forgive cracker. If you marry a cracker or do something, it's not no second part. It's not a debate. I'm not being with no race trader. We're not family. Don't talk to me no more. 2, you can't be no fag. And 3, you can't be no pedophile. You can't put your hands on no children sexually. There's no 2 ways about it. So anything else you do, we can talk about. When you do that, call me up before you do it to let me know, hey, we're not family anymore. So I understand we ain't talking, and I stick to that.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I agree because, it's crazy out here. And, I don't know about the style where y'all at, but here the straight guys look gay, too, because they wearing these tight pants that look like stockings, and they'll fag them. And they will wear a fag, and I'm like, and they like, he ain't gay. I'm like, yes, he is. I mean, look, if you look gay, you just gay. I mean, I don't know men wear no real tight pants and got them hanging off his butt, and it's just it not that crazy down here, man. And the females they'll go with a gay man, and it's just it's crazy, man. And it's all out of control. And you hear the older people sit around here, well, I said, see, that's what got us in this situation. Y'all accepting everything. Now that the stuff out of control, now you want to sit up here. I don't know what went wrong with y'all. Y'all is what went wrong with us.
Mm.
That's just how I feel. Y'all just stop trying to handle business, and you started depending on prayer for everything, and it didn't work. It failed, and stuff is out of control. The men think they're young ladies. I see jokes around here, 6'4", beautiful females out here, gay. And, I'm looking, I'm like, God, dog.
Mm. Brother, I'm 125% on board with you, and I'm glad you're on our team, brother. So you stay out there, keep fighting that good fight down there in that southern region of this country, and keep One Horizon on your mind and in your spirit and your heart, and keep that black man spirit in your heart. Keep doing that good word and putting that good word out for our people, brother.
Okay, brother. Peace.
Peace. My brother, Newborn African. Always coming in, always 100% solid, riding tight. One Horizon. 4517. You live on One Horizon.
Oh, I'm just listening.
All right. Thank you for tuning in, brother.
Thanks.
All right. 5067. You live on One Horizon.
Hotel brother, it's brother Chicken Mini.
Hey, man. Young brother doing that thing down there. You still in school, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most definitely.
All right. All right. Come on in here, man. I know you getting a overdose on malicious fagdom down there.
Man, sir, I can't even begin to tell you, brother. Man, it got so bad now, bro. I'm telling you, I'm seeing guys that I went to school with, guys who were so-called gang bangers and thugs, man. I'm finding out that they gay. They on Facebook taking pictures with their boyfriends and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, man, some of these boys got kids and stuff. And then, sir?
You serious?
Yes, sir.
What about the college? How much malicious fagdom is going on at the college?
Jackson State is fagged out, man. I'm going to tell you, I was talking to, it's a brother from Haiti. He a Haitian brother. He's one of my best friends up there. One of my best friends, period. In fact, we was sitting here talking one day, and he was telling me, and I was asking him, I said, man, what you like about here, dealing with black people here and everything? He was like, well, it's all good and everything, but, y'all got a lot of, nice sisters up here, man, but all these gosh darn faggots up here, man, I'm not used to that in Haiti. I mean, in Haiti, we got fags, very few of them, and when they get out of line, we can, whoop them, and the police won't interfere, and, we put them in check. But here, you touch a fag, it's like a death sentence.
That's real. Man. So you saying he's coming from Haiti, and he's saying he can't even deal with the amount of fagdom going on at Jackson State.
He can't. And they did the brother real bad when he first came here from Haiti. I'm talking about, he told me a story, and I almost wanted to cry for him. He told me when he first came here to Jackson State, he was on a music scholarship, and they put him in decent dormitory. Now, when you come to Jackson State and somebody put you in a decent dormitory, the first thing you need to ask is who your roommate is, because a lot of brothers who get put in decent dormitory end up with fag roommates. And that's the nicest dormitory on campus. So it's like a sacrifice that you got to make sometime when you go to when you get put in decent dormitory. So they put him in decent dormitory and everything, and the brother didn't know a lick of good linguist. He just pretty much spoke Creole at the time. How about his roommate was a cross-dressing, Beyonce impersonating tranny faggot, man? That was his first name.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. And what makes it worse, the brother knew that he couldn't speak English. Well, I ain't gonna call the faggot a brother. It knew he didn't speak English, and he couldn't, really couldn't communicate with, with a room change. So he just he didn't do nothing sexual to the brother, but he was, have his fag friends in the room all the time of the night, and just disrespecting him. So he ended up calling campus police. They had to get a translator and everything because the police couldn't understand what he was saying because he was still learning English at the time. But he got out of that situation because he was like, he didn't know who he was in the room with. They be out in the shower because, in this nation, you have to share, you and your roommate and two other brothers had to share a shower. Fags all in the shower, using the shower. He can't even take a shower because they end up sodomizing, man. They just, brother.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir. I wouldn't even make this up, bro. This what he told. That what he told me. I could probably have him call in one day.
Man, I'd have loved him to call in to talk because anytime we got a Haitian brother, does he know anything about the history of Haiti? Is he well versed or not really?
I mean, he knows about. I don't think he is militant, but he don't really hate white people that much. But he does. He is somewhat conscious, I would say.
Does he know about the history of Haiti and the Haitian Revolution?
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. He well versed in it.
I tell you what, get him a call one day. We want to talk to him about that, and I think that's what we'll talk to him about, and then we can talk about a little bit of this stuff. But we'd like to get the brother on, and let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Because I just asked the other brother from Dallas, if we sent you a box directly to your campus of effeminization of the black male DVDs, do you think you can hand those out to people that would like to watch it?
Yes, sir. They might be shot by it, but I'm gonna give it to them anyway. Cause the first package you gave me, man, I had brothers in the room watching this stuff. Some of them could handle it, some of them couldn't, but it's worth a try anyway, brother.
Wow. Okay, I tell you what, these gonna be handouts, so you can give them to people who you think will watch them, and we'll see about 10 or 20 of them just to get the word out there because we see this is a crisis and we can't wait around for things to happen. We got to push things to happen. So if you can send liberation@waronthehorizon.com, that's
yes, sir.
liberation@waronthehorizon.com, and we're gonna send you a box for you to just take those DVDs and start passing them around to some of the football players, some of the brothers and sisters on campus, and be real careful. Don't pass it around where any of the faculty can see it because even though it's free and it's nothing illegal that you're doing, the promo sections and homosexuals are so organized. They see somebody trying to give our people and wake them up because most of the we found out recently most of the faculty and staff administration at the black college campuses are homosexuals,
right?
And they're organized to prevent any discussion about black men and women being together from getting on the college campuses. Make sure that when you pass it out to the young people, you pass it out only they out there.
Yes, sir. And just send my address to liberation@waronthehorizon.com.
Yes, sir. Wherever we can send that box that you'll get it, that's where we'll send it.
Yes, sir. No doubt. I appreciate that, brother. I'm gonna tell the Haitian brother about calling in to show him talking about the history of Haiti.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We gonna do that. I'd love to hear from a brother from Haiti so he can tell us about the beautiful glory of Boukman Dutty and John Jacques Dessalines and the great war fought for our people. And I think he would enjoy the opportunity to share that wisdom with us and tell us also. He can also tell us just a little bit about Haiti, what it was like living in Haiti, so we can learn something from our brothers and sisters abroad.
Yes, sir. No doubt.
All right, do that. Make sure when you send that email, because I probably won't get it, make sure you say, I talked to the Irritated Genie. He wants to send me a package of the feminization of the black males. He wanted the address, complimentary. He sent the complimentary. Put that in the email so they'll know what's supposed to happen.
Yes, sir. No doubt.
All right, brother. We appreciate you. We love you, man. We want you to stay tight. If you need something, call us up. Let us know. We'll do what we can do to help. And we'll see you on the battlefield. All right, soldier?
Yes, sir. Ashe, brother.
Ashe. That's one of our warriors in college, doing the right thing out there, supporting the cause. But he's dealing with the malicious fagdom as well. Ooh, he's out. He's out. Right? A body shot, one shot to the rib cage, and he's out. Like Roy Jones. I seen it happen. I'm telling you. I seen as soon as it happened, my man said, "Oh, he broke his ribs," and they found out he did break his ribs. You know who that is? Only one person this can be, brother. You gonna hear from live on Saturday, brother. Body shots in the house.
What's up, bro?
Hotep.
Hey, man, these skeevy Davies running rogue, man.
You said skeevy?
Man, skeevy Davies. Hey, man, it was like the point where I realized that we was like under serious. It was a serious incursion into the black community. I went to the corner store. It was black owned. It wasn't no Koreans. It was like a black owned, like a soul food joint.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably about 4 years ago, when I was still eating meat or whatever. And I went to go get a chicken sandwich. And it was a fag at the register with like a, you know what I'm saying, like a tackle box face. He had rings in his eyes, his nose, his chin and everything, right? Real sugary and sweet. So I said, yeah, I want to get that chicken sandwich with a jumbo mixed tea, lemonade. You know what the fag asked me? The fag said, would you like extra mayo with that?
Whoa.
Yeah, man. I'm like, man, go ahead, keep that sandwich, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even order condiments on the sandwich. You got to get a dry sandwich now. You know what I'm saying? You can't even order condiments no more.
So, oh, man. So, wow, man. Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Yeah, you know, but this is before, like, I knew anything about war and harassment. This is before I even was, like, race conscious. But even then, I was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? The fags is everywhere.
You know, I was talking to some brothers. You might know a little bit something about this. And they were talking about how long we've been dealing with this thing, particularly in the music. And one of them said, she, I'm going to say it again, she, blotitious, skeevy, delicious. And I said, I heard that. We started talking, and it took me back to a song by a known white sex offender, LL Cool J. It was actually a song by Craig Mack. And LL is talking about transvestites. He starts off and he said, y'all can listen to the song. Go listen to it now. Flavor in your ear.
Yeah.
You listen to LL's part. He starts off and says, she, meaning a transvestite. She, blotitious. Skeevy meaning real insidious, disgusting, sexually vile. He says skeevy, delicious. She, blotitious, skeevy, delicious. And as we kept talking, we started talking about all of the stuff that was in the music. You know, DMX has more stuff. You know, he started off, he said, I'm going to make me lose my mind up here. I'm going to bring it to you cowards, and you better be quick. All you men that's been in jail before, suck my blank. So he said, well, wait a minute. It's one thing when brothers in the street say, suck my this, that, and the other, talking, you know, street talk. He said, all the men that's been to jail before, suck my so-and-so. That's in the front. Now, I was just saying, this is not no obscure song. This is a song that was on the radio. I'm going to bring it to you, cowards. You know, y'all going to make me lose my mind up in here. So I said, wait a minute. Somebody brought up Biggie Smalls. He said, my man like to kidnap kids, F them in the behind, throw them over the bridge. He doesn't know the exact words he used. He used more vulgar words than that. But, you know, that's what he said. We started thinking about dead wrong by him. We talking about like he liked little girls, young, fresh, and green. He raped her father with a broom. And we started saying, man, you know, this stuff has been in the music for decades, creeping up on us. And many of the major people, individuals in this stuff have been promoting this. We didn't know. Last thing I say on that regard, you know, R. Kelly, the pedophile. What we didn't remember is Now that we know the story, we can put the pieces together. Go back and I want you to look, because I want you to understand how skeevy and disgusting these individuals in our community are that do this stuff. Go back and look into Aaliyah's first album, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. When you look at the cover, I want you to look at it. And remember, they had to pose for this cover. I want you to look at the position R. Kelly is in. It wouldn't have meant anything to us back then because just age ain't nothing but a number. It sounds kind of cool. When you look at the album cover, you see R. Kelly in a very creepy, weirdo, pedophile kind of creepazoid position in the blur in the background, preying on Aaliyah, who's in the foreground, looking like a sad child who's being preyed upon. Go take a look at it again, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I mean, it leaps out now that you see this. We have a bunch of fags and pedophiles, these white sex offenders in our midst that are ravaging our children by the thousands. And now with this full war that we under, we catching them all in. So we got to start fighting back. We got to start fighting back hard, bro.
All right.
That it, man?
I can hear you.
That it for tonight?
Well, on the whole football thing, yeah, that's been in the works for a minute too. I don't know if you remember that lineman from the Cardinals. He had got fined, and I think he might have got suspended because whenever there was a pylon, he'd be grabbing, you know what I'm saying, grabbing other people's junk in the pylons.
What?
Yeah, that is really like when I stopped watching football. Yeah, I think he was from the Cardinals. He was grabbing junk when when they was in the pylons. This is like maybe like 4 seasons ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Look at that Cardinals lineman grabbing wood or something like that. Maybe not wood, but you know. Yeah, but they've been emasculizing the whole sports industry. Like in basketball, you can't slam a basketball if it's a bad call. Like if you get fouled and you throw the ball or something, you get fined for that. That's a tech now. You can't show no emotion, no male aggression. In football, you can't hit it high-low no more. You can't touch nobody's helmet. You can't touch the quarterback. I mean, it's basically flag football. Flag football.
Oh, nah, I guess you. It's fag football, huh?
Yeah. Linemen's getting fined. They've been trained to hit their whole life. Now, you know what I'm saying, it's a certain way you got to take somebody down. You got to grab them around the waist and do. Yeah, come on, man. When we came up, man, you try to knock a Bama block off.
Yeah, I'm telling you the maddest thing about everything that you're telling me. The thing that makes me the maddest is I just put this in, and this guy actually did come up. Smith has been a member of Arizona Cardinals. He was something from opposing teams of grabbing them in their private parts during play. Sean Smith, defensive lineman for the Cardinals. No, like the Cardinals, yeah. Okay. Wow. Man.
What season was that?
Let's see if I can get the right. It's coming up, but it's not showing when I bring it up, but it's showing on the front part. I can't find it here on the thing while I'll be looking, but I'm so disgusted with what you just said. I'm like, they got to be kidding me, man. Okay, here it is. Smith signed with the Kansas City Chiefs on March 10th, 2010. In consecutive weeks, he was accused by players from the opposing team of grabbing them in their private parts during play. Alex Mack of the Cleveland Browns made the first claim after 2 teams' Week 2 matchup, followed by Anthony Davis of the San Francisco 49ers, who drew a penalty for retaliating against Smith in Week 3. Had a dude grabbing Johnson. Oh, God, man. Grabbing on brothers. You know what? I don't know, brother. Look, tell us something about this thing coming up this weekend. You gonna knock the socks off? You gonna kill him?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Don't. You don't want to miss this one.
All right. When brother body shots, y'all know, brother, you ain't never heard this brother ever say, oh, I really got something good tonight. And you ain't never heard him say that. The brother said, don't miss it, which means if you miss this, you done lost your natural African mind. So, brother, we look forward to you this Saturday. Tune in online at 12:30 or so. Come live, get there at 12 noon. We're going to do this thing. We're going to do this right. If you want to find out all the pertinent information, go to warnhorizon.com, go into the events, and you'll have all the information that you need to be there or be square. With that said, brother Body Shots, we look forward to hearing from you later this week on the radio and then live and direct with people on the secret relationship between black leaders and small hats. All right, brother?
All right, brother. Hey, you remember Kobe, though? You remember Kobe, right? When he called that fag, he called the rapper fag?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't even watch that mess no more.
Yeah, he got fined, and then the next thing you know, they got him wearing all kind of white stuff, gay stuff, and then he doing pro-gay commercials. And yeah, I remember Kobe. All right. We'll see you this weekend. We ready for you. First one, but it definitely won't be the last one.
Hi.
All right. All right. 0036, you live on One Horizon. Going once.
Hotep.
Hotep, how you doing, sister?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic.
It's good. Listen, I talked to my husband, Brother Body Shots. The other day I went to the grocery store with my daughter, and we were just buying groceries, and all of a sudden I seen this was like a family or whatever. It was two faggot brothers. You could tell they was faggots. But one of them was like, he couldn't be no more than 16, 17 years old. And another one, he was like an aggressive faggot. And he had came up to him and, like, tried to put him in a headlock, and then the boy just, like, pushed him off, and he was like, that's not nice. And I'm like, come on now. Like, my daughter got to see this while we're out in the store just trying to get some things. And then I look to my right, and there's this female who thinks she's a dude with her, I guess, significant other, whatever you call them, and just posing as a dude. Like, I'm like, my child has to grow up in this world like this. Like, I don't know. I just want to shelter her because clearly all this stuff that's going on is getting out of control. It's getting out of hand.
You know, so true. I'm glad you called up and said that, because I think that for any people who are halfway sane that are having, we're really got to find a way to come together and get away from this sick society, because, I mean, everybody becoming victimized by this crazy mad fagdom out here. So definitely appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah, and I mean, I used to work with, you know, females that was like that or whatever, but they weren't, you know, black or anything. So I was like, I don't care what you do. That ain't my problem. I don't care what you do. You do what you do. But as far as for black people go, that ain't cute. It ain't good for a guy to come up here and think that he's a female in any way, shape, or form. So, you know, it is devastating to see this type of stuff, and to have my child having to grow up in a world that's just going to get worse, and it's just going to be faggotism all over the world, period. I don't want my child growing up in that nonsense, and it's kind of sad just to see our people just going down the drain as far as that goes.
So. Well, we appreciate what you found. I really don't have anything to add to that, because it pretty much sums it up exactly what we're saying tonight. And we appreciate you, sister, for calling in. We are honored that the Brothers Queen would call up and make that contribution, and we will see you on the battlefield.
We'll see you on the battlefield.
All right. Somebody said y'all better watch out, because what I heard is Detroit is in the South, and when Detroit gets in the South, hey, baby, it's on. 57, you live on Horizon.
Yes, sir, brother. Black Power.
Black Power, warrior. How you doing down there, man?
Yes, sir. Yes. Can you hear me, brother?
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah. I didn't catch the whole show, brother, but you're talking about the facts, so you know I got to sound in on them.
Yeah, man. Please look, malicious fagdom all over the country and the world now. Back these fags up, brother. Back them up.
All right, brother. I can't back them up, but I can light them up with that hot lead. I'm just going to give you a little experience of what we had, my family had to endure yesterday. We had a little fair or whatever the case. And you got some, wholesome families in there, male, female. And then we walking around, and we're like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Everywhere we turned, we had, it was just like, man, like a movie where people was just dressing crazy, looking crazy, acting crazy, and just clearly blind out of their mind. And, we had to wrap it up real quick because that stuff, man, it may be contagious, but I wasn't trying to find out, brother. And, it was just crazy because for every real couple, there was probably 3 or 4 of them, which really is just alarming to the point whereas we're outnumbered. And like the brother said earlier and the sisters, I really don't even have no words for it. I just know that it has not starting to get out of hand. It's been out of hand for a minute. And the references to the cats that's the hardest being homo and things of that nature, all of these different things are being programmed into the minds of our children because a lot of us, we didn't realize what they were watching on television because we didn't realize that the media was the source of all of this homosexuality and homosexuality. So, like I said, I really don't have a whole lot to say, but death to the faggots, brother.
Yes, sir. Now, let me ask you, what state are you in the South right now?
I'm in Georgia, and I'm 2.5 hours south of Atlanta, the new black homo capital in the States or whatever the case.
So you 2.5 hours from Atlanta, and you still got to deal with the remnants of fagdom.
Yes, sir, brother. 2.5 hours away. Everywhere you go, you can't go in the stores. They just wild, man. I walk around. I told you last time when we seen y'all that I walk around with my phone just snapping pictures at these fools and laughing like, what is wrong with these fools? Our family, my little homie, my little son, he like 8 years old. This is my youngest. And he's like, asking me questions like, Dad, what's wrong with those fags? And he's supposed to say fags. He needs to know what a fag is and know that those fools don't get no respect, male or woman. So, that's just where I'm coming from. So I just think we need to start doing them like we used to do them. Fags was not safe in the neighborhoods. And I'm not saying because, what people used to do to them, they used to get beat all the time. They couldn't walk down our block.
And that's how it was when I was growing up. And I'm not going to lie. I really, and I think all real black men are feeling this way. We realize that all of us, we playing ourselves short. If we don't get together soon and turn this around, we're turning over the ugliest black world community to our children that we can possibly imagine. It's not going to be up to our sons to deal with the fags that's out there now. We got to deal with the fags.
That's real. That's real right there. And we look at it, I look at it in several different ways as it being like a biblical reference and things of that nature, like, oh, well, God is going to destroy these fags and homosexuals. Now let's break it down and say, who is God? If you believe like I believe, the black man is God. So it is up to us, brother. And we got to cleanse this earth of all the degeneracy, the homosexuality, and, of course, the authors of it all, the people who are the devils, which is the white race. That's pretty much it right there.
Hey, bro, I ain't saying nothing else. We can see you on the battlefield. That's how I like the call to come in. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Always, brother.
All right, brother. Stay strong and keep fighting on that.
All right, my little man. Say it again, little soldier. That's what we coming about right there. All the way from the youngest seed on up to the trees, brother. Black power, always.
Black power. Man, got the babies calling up saying black power. And some of you sick parents got your sons and daughters walking around like a bunch of fags and pedophiles roaming through our community like raccoons rummaging through trash. my brother, live on One Horizon. Good to see you, brother.
Genie, how's it going, bro?
Doing fantastic. How about yourself?
Good, outstanding show. We need to put some pressures on these homos. And those who not really homos, but who think it's cute to run around acting like they homos.
Mm.
I had an experience recently with one of my, I work at university. And when I first started here about 5 years ago, I worked with a group of young men, about 6 of them. Worked with them for a full year. And at one point, we were reading a Sappho and also Ray Winbush's book on Raising Black Boys. And we had a discussion about Ritalin, and I think 5 of the 6 had at some point been on Ritalin. And it hit me how things I had known intellectually, I was actually dealing with, and these are everyday people that I'm now interacting with who have actually lived through this Ritalin situation. Well, recently, I learned that one of these young men is, for all intents and purposes, a homo. He tells me that he's struggling against it, and I take his word for it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually done more than that,
Hmm.
And I also learned that at least 3 others of those young men were homos. And I'm baffled. I'm sitting here. How on earth can you sit with me doing nationalist work for a year and be a homo? Because it's always a very uncomfortable environment for them. Then it also hits me how pervasive this has to be. These are just six brothers that were, for all intents and purposes, randomly selected. And so we really have to get a handle on this. I'm worried for what's going to be left for those of us who have children that we're raising to be normal. By default, they're going to be abnormal.
Yeah. Man, what I'm hearing tonight is that in the real world, not in the intellectual world, in the real world, we're losing the battle. That we have more children who are on the fence or into promosexuality or homosexual feminized dress than we have solid young black males or solid young black females. That the numbers, we actually have a shift into becoming homosexuals.
That's what I'm starting to feel. In fact, when I found this out about the one brother, it knocked me back a little bit, and it took me a couple of days to come to grips with it. Because and the other thing that this brother told me, and I'm sitting there asking myself, why does he hang around me like he does? And he said to me, I wanted to tell you this for a long time, but I didn't because I know how strongly opposed to this you are. And you're really the only male figure I've had in my life who's shown me about blackness. And so he's afraid of losing me as a mentor or guide to him, and rightly so, because if he don't come up out of that, it's no more I can do for you.
Yeah.
So I was speaking to my queen, and I said, look, you're the only person on this planet I trust. I feel like I'm living in a world of gumps, whether they're in the closet or out the closet. I'm just assuming that everybody I work with is a gump. It's getting that bad, bro.
And you not in Atlanta, you not in DC, you in the
Midwest. Yeah, very conservative Midwest.
If the South is the Bible Belt, then the Midwest is the what are those big sweaters with the long necks in them?
Turtleneck.
Yeah, that's a turtleneck, man. That's a turtleneck. The Midwest is good old fashioned. Carry my guns, snip my tobacco, and go to church 3 times a week and.
Well, I tell you one thing I want to ask, and maybe some of the listeners who are or have been members of the nation might be able to chime in on this. And I'm gonna ask you also because you're the best expert in this that I know. Do you think, in your opinion, I know a lot of them aren't, but are any of these people redeemable? Are these people who we can somehow get them out of this death style, or should they be written off? And if they can be gotten out of the death style, then what are some ways that can be done? And that's why I thought about the nation, because the nation cleaned up so many of us in so many ways. But I would like to get your opinion on that, brother.
All right, and we got brother Lewis on here, so I'm gonna definitely let a lot of. But to your point, I'm gonna say a few things. One, when you mention the nation, and we give the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam tremendous credit for cleaning up. I would say the Nation of Islam has cleaned up more of our people than any institution we've ever had in terms of taking people who were filthy and getting them clean. However, the nation tried that with Na'im Akbar, and now Na'im Akbar is one of the premier promoters of psychological homosexuality to African centricity in the African world community. He is a major player in turning the so-called nationalist community into a bunch of fags or a bunch of weak, effeminized punks who won't speak out against this. So the mighty Nation of Islam tried it, and it really cost us. Now, I'm not blaming the nation for that. I mean, it's not their fault. He ain't in the nation now with this fagdom. I'm just saying, I would say it like this. It would be just like somebody that's on crack. If you have a person that's on crack that wants not to be a drug user, then that person is possibly redeemable because it's an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
If you have somebody who's selling crack and they got access to a job, they got an education and everything, but they choose to sell crack, now what you have with somebody we call a criminal, meaning they're taking a political, socio-economic position that this is how I'm going to make a living. You can't redeem or reform that person because they're not doing it because they're victimized or addicted to anything. They're a criminal.
Right.
The homosexuals, the individual who wants to stop participating in it, and it doesn't even want to do it, to some degree, can possibly get out of it if they make that effort. If they go to seek counseling, which is becoming a real huge issue because now American psychology says it's illegal for you to help a person get out of homosexuality through psychology. It's actually been like I think it was California last week. Basically, what they said is it is now illegal for you to enroll somebody in reverse homosexual counseling. It's illegal.
Wow.
So if you're going through the white standards, it ain't a matter of can it be successful. You cannot legally do it without the person losing their license. But I would say it like this, and I know this is going to sound real harsh to a lot of people out there, but I'm keeping it real. I tell people all the time, we're not the Fix a Fag Foundation. That's not what we do. The information that we have, you can give to black people who may be involved in this death style and didn't know why they got involved and are victims of racism and white supremacy, and they can make the decision to get out. 100%, I would say, yes, it's redeemable. A person can realize that they involved in something and realize, I had no idea what I was involved in. I see that this is wrong. I'm out. That is possible. However, if a person makes the definitive decision that they want to remain in this, you cannot redeem that person, or you cannot do anything to adjust that because you can't be there with them 24 hours a day, a week. If they want to do it, they're going to do it. That's what I would say.
Right. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that question and excellent dialogue, brother.
All right.
Peace. And let me say this because I know a lot of brothers and sisters heard that. That wasn't a political thing to say, but I'm going to tell you why I said it. Some people, they hear this, they may have a child or some children that are homosexual involved in this misbehavior, and they want to get them out. So the question is, should I bring them to the lecture? If they want to get out, or if they want to hear a message that will help them understand something, sure. But no, don't bring them out with the intention that One Horizon is going to bring them out of homosexuality against their will. Because the problem is, you're not thinking about the whole pie. We have other people in there too. Don't bring out fags and start pushing fags on this information because you want to change that fag that doesn't want to change, not understanding that the fag is a snitch, The fag will look at our children and try to hit on those children. The fag will be an influence for some of those other children. And we're talking about a fag. That is not what I signed up to. We got a race to save. You got 10 people in there. 5 of them are straight. 5 of them are fags. We give out DVDs to the ones that are involved in this. If they see this stuff and they want to get out of, that's fine. We're going after these 5 that are still sane enough that they're heterosexual. We want to save them. What we have in our community, unfortunately, is people want to go to these 5 fags and spend all that. Well, we ain't got that many resources. Why are you going to the fags when people are telling you that all these other children are getting turned out? Why are you going to save the fags? What about the ones that are still left? Let's save the ones that haven't gone fagdom. And let's provide, that's what we have, information and dialogue to those that is involved in it and see if they're willing to get out. But don't put your energy and investment in the person that's already on the crackers team. Put your energy and investment in the poor black child that doesn't have no information, doesn't have no role models, doesn't have anything. Put your information, your interest there because they're the ones that need it the most because the fags are trying to draw them into it. This ain't the Fix a Fag Foundation. We love our people, but fags are our enemies. And so you either get out or we want you out of here. That's how this thing works on this side of town. My brother.
How you doing, bro? Hello?
Fix a Fag Foundation, but you know what? Maybe they was.
Can you hear me, bro? Hello?
Okay, some people told me they lost me. Hang on.
Can you hear me, bro?
You hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. Thank you. Somebody told me we had lost them, but they told me we back up and running, so we good to go.
Great show tonight, brother. Only comment is what's really getting me about all this is how they're getting our youth so young and how they're systematically going after them. I see it in my field, which is outside of my government job. My government job is counseling people with addictions, and they're training the few black counselors coming through that homosexuality is okay. So when these young people are coming through with alcohol problems, substance abuse problems, now they're telling them if they're having them kind of feelings, it's okay. And then on the other side with the mentoring program, they're deliberately setting up homosexual counselors to run these programs. So now we have these boys, when we're telling them, look, go to these programs where you get guidance from black men, and the ones that's getting the grants or whatever you want to call it to run these programs, a lot of them are homosexual, and it can't be by coincidence, because I talk to conscious brothers in different cities, and they're going through the same struggle I am, and I have stepped back from it, but then we're leaving them there, then people are pouring me from the other side saying, well, don't leave them because you may be the only voice of reason, but then they're having more of an influence on them than I am. So it's got me, like at a catch-22. I just wanted to see what you thought about that.
Brother, and I want you to do me a favor. Hang on 1 second there. I'm going to, okay. There's a brother in Washington, D.C., right here where we live, who told me, this is a personal story. It goes exactly what you're talking about. They had a group either called 100 Black Men or 100 Concerned Men, something like that. And essentially what it was, a bunch of men got together and said, we're going to go and be mentors, or not mentors, jegnas, role models, and work with the young men that don't have fathers in the city. So they got together, they got a building, and they just start working with these young men, teaching them how to use computers. Just doing stuff with these young brothers. The young brothers in the city loved these brothers because they was coming to them every single weekend. They spent time with these boys, and the boys loved it. Taking them to McDonald's or wherever out to eat, just doing positive stuff. I'm not saying into McDonald's, but you understand. Just stuff the young men love. Well, they said what happened is homos start joining these groups. And when the homosexuals join these groups, brother told me at first, when the first homosexual joined, they was like, we don't really feel comfortable with this, but they didn't have a way to tell them not to join. So the people who were running it was like, well, we don't really have a way to tell them not to join, so, we'll just go ahead and go with it. What happened is, once they joined, then more of them start joining because nobody told them they couldn't be there. So now you got all these homos joining, and it started becoming known as a homosexual institution. So he said, this is a married brother with children. He's like, I'm not going to be part of no organization that's known as a fag organization, because whenever I tell somebody I'm part of that group, they say, well, that's the gay group. So he left the organization, said all the other heterosexual brothers left the organization, and all that was left behind was a bunch of punks, and these punks started molesting the boys. He didn't know per se that they started molesting the boys, but that's what punks do. Why would a bunch of fags want access to young brothers? So it literally became what started out as a black man outreach to young brothers became a homosexual recruitment center, pedophile recruitment center for getting our sons, which is what it goes to. And I'm not putting you in this position because you're not in a position to do this, but I'm just talking about what's real. It's a war. That's why we say war on the horizon. It ain't nothing you can maneuver around. At some point, we're gonna have to step to this thing like the Haitians step to the French, or like Nat Turner step to the devil. We gotta have a zero tolerance. It's not really, we can't even care, can they be healed or anything like that. We ain't trying to heal them and change them. We trying to heal them and prevent them from molesting our children. Why are these fags coming where real men are and trying to get access to our children? They're doing it because ultimately they're going to turn our children into a bunch of punks, and it's organized. And quite frankly, Naeem Akbar, and that's why I'm throwing the name out there so we can see, he's one of the individuals who's in this fagdom stuff, who's a psychologist who's been participating in this stuff. And these psychologists are very dangerous because they understand psychology. So we ain't even dealing with just the crackers. We're dealing with some internal demons that are using their position and power to orchestrate in these institutional manners, psychological ways to get entry points to our sons' backsides, and we've been collapsed upon, and we're not fighting back.
You're right on that, bro. Because like I said, that's my that's my government job. I counsel people to have addictions, and I'm working alongside this sister, or older sister, who she talk about Black history, this and that, and then I hear the boys. They get, they express their anger, and they use the word fag. Now, at my counseling firm where I'm at now the word fag is considered a curse word, and they can have consequences for using that word. And she tells them they're too aggressive, and if they have those kind of feelings, there's nothing wrong with those feelings. Yeah. So, like you said, we're getting hit. From all angles. It isn't just, we can't just look at white people. They have brainwashed our people. So I hope going into 2013, the only way we're going to get this is we have to be just as organized as they are. So I hope somehow we can all, come together and start raising some kind of funds, something. And I'll be the first one to give something. Whether it starts there in D.C., Philly, somewhere, we have to get institutions of learning to fight this. That's the only way we're going to, do it. The information you give and everything is wonderful, but to actually put a dent in it and reverse it, we need to be organized. And I think with Black people, since we have such a lack of trust, some of us become I don't know, I want to say scared, but almost intimidated to ask for money. Well, damn it, we need it. We need it, and that's the only way, because they're organized. That's the way they're systematically doing this, through counseling, through the mentoring, or the organizations. They're doing it. They're just not coming out with the commercials, the rap music. They got that on lock now. So the devil's saying, well, how else can we get them? We know we put the drugs in the crack in their neighborhood, so we'll put them on Medicaid, and they're going to come to us for counseling, and then we're going to hit them with that. I'm right in the field. I see it. But how many of you is there? So I'm sitting there, then they make me out to be a bad guy. Then they make it difficult for me. oh, he hates homosexuals. And no one wants to be attached to that word, so now they start looking at me crazy. So the bottom line is we need to organize. So hopefully in 2013, even if it's just a small school in a house that is abandoned, we need to organize. That's the only way we're going to get them. And I'll be the first if we can come up with a drive to raise money for African-centered school, starting there in D.C. or Philly, wherever. I'll be the first to give, and not no one donation. We need to keep it going so they can go from city to city. They're just going to take us under. I seen two little boys. It couldn't have been no more than 16 or 17 when I got on the bus to get on to work. The boy had all blonde hair and had some hazel eyes. And then the other boy I guess he was the man. He was straight, and they all cuddled up on the bus. They couldn't have been no more than 16 or 17. But they're getting them young. I mean, I couldn't even eat once I got to work. My stomach was so turned just to think, what is their life like every day? 16, 17-year-olds to think that that's normal. I mean, you should have seen them like they were two lovers or something. Eyes was hazel and blonde hair, and he had the tight jeans on. And like my brother from the South said earlier, they're bringing that wire back. So now, they have that. But, this is systematic. I mean, I can go on and on. So we need to be organized, brother. So hopefully we could come up with something, or even if it's just one institution, and I'll be the first to give.
Well, brother, we're going to take that into consideration. 2013, we're going to start really, we actually already kind of doing it with, it's not quite that, but we have a free opportunity we offer here in Washington, D.C. Every 2 weeks, we doing lectures and discussions about the very things you're talking about that's having really impact on Black people in terms of this kind of discussion. And we're going to start doing it more frequently and make it something where it's open to the Black public so they can come and get this good word. And I agree with you. We got to start institutionalizing this because we under the gun. We're dying. And I'm glad you said this, brother, tonight, because I'm going to go talk to the brother there. We're going to try to step up what we're doing and not just do what we're doing, but to step it up and make some commitments to really get some stuff out there to people and really, really, really put some really retraining about just re-Africanization into the minds of our people so that we can fight this battle, brother. So please stay strong, continue doing what you're doing, keep touching base with us, and we're going to make sure that we do the best we can to start not just sharing information like this, but putting things together to institute them for the education, the re-education of our young people, so that we can survive America and we can survive this this onslaught of malicious fagdom, white sex offense on our race. So thanks for that call, brother. That's strong. You got anything else you want to say before you go out there back on that battlefield, brother?
No, that's all, brother.
All right, well, brother, thank you. That's my brother from another mother, Brother Sharif, always on the battlefield. Brothers and sisters, do not hang up. I got some major calls coming in here. I got my brother who hadn't been calling in a minute. He hadn't been on the line. And this brother never fails, calls in with some really, really powerful information. We're going to play our song Straight Pride, just 2 minutes of it. I'm going to come right back to the lines. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 major calls. Don't any of you on this line, don't you dare hang this phone up. We're going to let these last 4 calls come in here and say what they got to say. And then we're going to wrap the program up, brothers and sisters. But we want to let you hear a little bit of this Straight Pride by United Front and My Alpha Southpaw. This is what we need. And this is the song that's going to lead our new movement, Straight Pride. Be right back with you.
Straight pride, man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. Straight pride, man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. Straight pride, man, woman, child. Yeah, straight pride, man, woman, child. Yeah, straight pride, Man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. Family, the backbone of the nation, along with spirituality, culture, and education. Your Negro president supporting abomination. Get it? Abomination. This is an abrasion. The black family needs saving. Mental enslavement got you sexing like cavemen. Sisters that they gave friend, closer to playpen. Now you wonder why Jason is messing with gay men to make our population double. Gotta build some healthy couples. Black man and woman, far strongest healthy muscles. Brothers find a hustle, love your woman, let her trust you. Some of y'all on the down low and feminine like Russell Simmons. Whether you pitching or you catching, you's a faggot. I ain't talking ERAs, homers are batting average. Y'all sodomites, pedophiles, blood packers, lesbos, butchers and dykes and bull daggers. Straight pride, man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. Straight pride, man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. Straight pride, man, woman, child. Yeah, straight pride. Man, woman, child. Yeah, straight pride. Man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. They want to kill our Y chromosomes, triple our X. Have a sword fighting for the fire. Homosexuality, 2 moms, 2 dads. I don't care what heifer has. Kids, skip that paragraph. Do some extra credit math. Not the lampoon, but in the bathroom, Senator Larry Craig posted up, got a party, wearing pumps, giving jumps. Brother Bo, look how they got me. They slightly at me when they slide by me. I set the presence on the gator. Homo fag radar. Could never go to wrong.
All right, all right, all right. That's straight pride. We're going to play it again at the end of this program, so don't worry about it. You say, oh, man, you got to let that thing ride. Don't worry about it. We got you. We will not let you miss it. I see everybody stay tight. Go to my brother Freedom. Freedom is for African people. How you doing, warrior?
Not good, brother. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir. We can hear you clear as a crystal.
Yeah, I want to say hotel to the family. Man, I'm utterly disgusted. Throughout the program, there's a couple of things that's been said that I wanted to add on to, but I've been so disgusted that I'm at a loss of words right now. The only thing that comes to mind is we got to put the fag back in the closet and put a grenade in there with him.
Whoa. Did we pull the pin before we put it in there?
Say again?
Did we pull the pin before we threw the grenade in there?
Oh, for sure.
Oh.
And if the grenade don't go off, we got to shoot it to detonate.
Yeah.
You know what? Something does come to mind.
Okay.
So I was on a college campus. I was talking to some of the students. Happened to be at this point in time some black males, and they were out playing football in the field. A couple of them were standing there talking to me, and I was discussing this whole homo thing with them. And one of the brothers, he was kind of resistant to talk about the subject for whatever reason. He ended up getting into the discussion, and he was acting like it wasn't really a big problem. So I asked him, would he wear a dress? And of course, any black man you ask him, even a young black man, he said no, like violently no. So then I wanted to test him. I said, so if I gave you $1 million, would you wear a dress? You know what his answer was?
No.
Yes. Without even hesitating. $1 million he'd put on a dress. And these are our young black men out, playing football for colleges.
So like Brother Newborn African said, he got a price on his behind.
Yes, sir. They all have a price, man. We all turn into whores for small hats.
So the black male is now become the primary prostitute of the small hat.
Absolutely. Willingly, not even resisting anymore. Give me some money and I'll do whatever you want.
So So am I to understand when we show young people these things showing that these individuals who are becoming homos in the hip hop industry are doing it for money? Some of them, it has an impact to say, hey, I have some integrity. I would never do that. But you're telling me, or what I'm picking up is that some other ones are saying, heck, if that's what I got to do to get money, then I'll just go ahead and bend over because I want money too.
Yeah, I would say the majority of them have a price that they would sell their manhood for. There's only, I probably talked to 20, 30 males, you know, and there was only 2 of them who were really, really outwardly spoken against homosexuality.
Man, I feel so bad because I remember being in college and I had a huge debate with my aunt, and my whole premise was it's such a horrible thing to be a fag. Nobody would pick that. They must be born gay. And she said, no, I believe it's something social. And I was like, nah, nobody would want to be a fag. You know, no, look at me. I would never be a fag for nothing in the world. So they got to be born that way. So I can't be mad at them because there's no other reason they would be a fag, you know, because it's such a horrible thing. And I was dead wrong. And I say that because our young people are so miseducated and so completely confused about what's up and what's down, what's left and what's right. They don't even stand a chance in this game, man.
Yeah, man. It's it brings me to a statement that Amos Wilson says: when somebody controls your taste, then they control you. And a lot of people don't think on multiple levels with the thing taste. Taste is not just food; it's anything. They control all of our desires right now. So we're in a bad position.
So you saying our young people want to be fags and dykes?
They want money. That is their taste. They want white success. In order to get that, they'll do whatever it takes.
So it means we have to reinstill character and a concept of wanting something other than what Europeans came out, which almost was what Public Enemy did when we were young. We were young, we just wanted to have fun. And then Public Enemy came out, and all of a sudden we wanted to have freedom.
Yeah, we'll have to make white culture the most disgusting thing on the planet.
Wow. That's powerful. You got anything else for us?
Nah, I just want to say I appreciate you doing the program, even though I'm disgusted and I'm sick right now. But I guess it's something we got to bear with until we win this war. So carry on, soldier.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Keep doing what you're doing and you stay on the battlefield, brother.
Baby Fodier.
Baby Fodier. That brother said something real powerful. He said, and my brother in Southbound Lane says it all the time. He said, you know, our brother just said, we have got to make our people see that this decadent, low-lifed, sordid, disgusting European culture is completely and utterly heinous and disgusting in every way, shape, form possible, so that there's no amount of money that our children would take to want to do this. Got a brother I hadn't heard from in a minute. Man, I'm glad to see him back in the saddle, and I know he's going to do what he always does. Come on back in here strong. My brother. How you been, soldier?
I'm good. Quarter to fine here. Bibi Fahuriye, Hotep, Black Liberation, Black Power, Khaferu Mustaqimu, Desi Barama. Khaferu Mustaqim, straight pride in Sudanese. Desi Barama. The only definition you can give to that is peace in Nubian.
Yes, sir.
And so this conversation that you're having is a good conversation. You're right, I haven't called in a while. Been working in the community and doing some things for my family. The language. There was a time when the word gay was an agreeable word. It's not agreeable anymore, not for us. is disagreeable, but that's the devil's role, to make right seem wrong and to make wrong seem right. Since we are speaking American, there are a lot of immigrants coming into the country learning the language for the first time who think gay is happy, and that's a good thing to be gay. And we're not enunciating that when we teach them how to speak the language. We're telling them, no, gay is wrong, when they're being confused. Not all of them, but too many of them. That's one point. The language, the power is in the word. It's really sad that they take on that sexuality. It's sexual adversity to divinity. It's sad. It's not agreeable. It happens to be what you always say, a death style. But that hasn't caught on popularly yet. They see it as a fashionable lifestyle. Too many of the youth in our communities who are influenced by pimps or rappers or athletes who are degenerate in their character and have fashionable influence on their lifestyle see it agreeable to wear pink, as long as they're rich. It's agreeable to do what rich people do. So you touched on that a moment ago, and that's exactly what has to happen, a resurgence of the character to see that Caucasian supremacy, racism, is something that you don't cooperate with. And if you're practicing your own people's culture of the motherland, then it's almost impossible to sink to the depths of Caucasian supremacy, racism, in terms of adopting it as what you call a death style. The feminization of America has been happening for a long time. Ever since kidnapped prisoners of injustice were brought onto the good ship Jesus to the time now. They're also supporting parents on public television during prime time and even in public school forums when they're showing parents who support children for being who practice a deviant lifestyle. We have to come up with terms in the American language that still seem as disagreeable. It's a deviant lifestyle. There's nothing happy about it. There's nothing agreeable about it. There's nothing fashionable about it, even though, unfortunately, children on primary school campuses, secondary school campuses, and college campuses are experimenting with this deviant lifestyle the same way as they'd experiment with marijuana, drugs, cocaine. It has to be synonymous with bestiality or having sex with their pets. It has to be that they are anti-family, anti-straight, anti-natural, anti-moral, anti-God, anti-black, anti-motherland, anti-human existence, and synonymous with pedophilia, bestiality of having sex with their pets, or at least reverse constipation for the guys and menses licking for the girls, or yeast swallowing for these people who practice that deviant lifestyle. Now, in their anti-bullying laws, they're promoting that you cannot use what's called a racial slur. Wow, they're a race now? They have more rights than black people in this country? And it's a real problem. And from what I can remember, this resurgence in women liberation or the women's suffrage movement, the women liberation movement. There's nothing anti-woman about me. However, when we talk about supporting women, we're talking about supporting Caucasian women. And they're taking our sisters to support them. And all across the world, in terms of Caucasian supremacy, everything on top is Caucasian and on the bottom is black. Christianity, all of the religions, Caucasians are on top, blacks are on the bottom. Women's lib movement, Caucasian women on the top, black women on the bottom. Democrats or Republicans, Caucasians on the top, blacks on the bottom. And so our children experimenting with this deviant lifestyle, like driving before they have learned how to drive, or using drugs or using alcohol and calling this the new normal has to be countered intelligently, like we play chess. We have to outthink the oppressors. And on this front that you have so much work in, on this tentacle of Caucasian supremacy racism, if we can redeem the children who have been sexually abused, who want to practice this lifestyle because they're confused, and get them justice before they become settled in their ways, then like their religion tells them, when they practice that lifestyle, that death style, then they deserve death.
Man, I don't have, brother. I'm not even being funny. I don't have anything else to say, brother.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you, my brother. That's why we glad to have our rebel back. He did exactly what we thought he was going to do. He nailed it right on the head, and really don't need me to co-sign it. That's what we do here at One Horizon. 0174. We saw you hung on with us. We glad to have you in the house.
Peace, brother. How are you?
Doing fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm pretty good. I just want to make it real short. I appreciate the dialogue tonight. Just real quick, I'm going to say that, you know by living in D.C. that we are really facing, oh, my God, it's beyond an epidemic in this area. But real quick, I'm going to say that, I've seen young people, like young girls, look like maybe, I don't know, maybe 21 years old, and they have these young gay women with them, and they're like acting in place of the father. And so when, a lot of people called in and was talking about the education and re-educating the youth on this, I think it's so important. I think that's probably one of the most tangible things right now that we can do. I have a niece that's going through the same thing, and, it's a very hurtful thing. And I think she knows my stance on this, and that's the reason why, she don't call, she don't come around anymore, because she know that, Aunt Nima not having it, But I think that, a tangible solution is to re-educate. And also, a lot of adults need to start taking responsibility. I had to get one of my coworkers straight just last week. She actually told me that, if I was gay and I was into women, you'll be my girlfriend. And, I had to look at her because she said it around a lot of very vulnerable young women. And it's like, you are influential, and you cannot say things like that. I was like, I love you as a sister, but not in a million years would I be your girlfriend. So we just have to kind of be careful, and it's really important that we keep pushing balance on our youth and not this opposite thing that's going on, because it's a bad thing. So I'm not going to take up a lot of time because I know other people are calling in. But thanks for taking my call.
I thank you, but I do got to ask you a question because, you
Sure.
caught me off guard on that one. So wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
If you had to guess, would you say that she was completely being joking, or was it one of those 1/4 joke, 3/4 joke, 1/4, let me see what she's going to say when I say this?
You know what? I think that's what she probably was expecting. And the reason why I say that, because she has a very freakish nature. I work, in law enforcement. So, it's a lot of, white males. And, she has been, people have witnessed her telling them, oh, you can have all of this, making sexual, references and stuff, So she's very freakish.
To the crack.
So it wouldn't, right. So it wouldn't surprise me that she may be bisexual. She really may be. The things that I've heard and I've witnessed her doing, I strongly feel that, if I was to pull up on her, if I had an interest, that she will be down for it. And, that's why I'm saying, we have grown folk that really need to get a grip. And they are condoning this type of behavior. So if you see adults doing it, they're going to do it.
Man, and what you're saying, I was thinking about this earlier, but I didn't say it because it's so serious. If we have 12 and 13 and 14 and 15-year-old children running around into this madness, what the hell are the parents doing at home?
They're not doing anything. I see I take the train, and I see no less than, I would say, 6 gay people every day. I mean, just every day. From the train to walking down the street, hanging around the metro stops. It's out of control. And, it bothers me because I'm like, who are my nieces and nephews supposed to marry? Because now you have the gay women in place of the absent father. So, and that's, influencing, young babies. I mean, they're going to grow up thinking that this is normal. So who's my niece, my 4-year-old nephew and 6-year-old niece? Who are they supposed to marry when they're being raised, with a possible mate is being raised in, a same-sex household?
Let me ask you this, because I said this before, and I want to get this last thing before I go to my brother in the southbound lane. I'm coming right to you, my brother. But let me ask you this. A brother called and he said, do you think this stuff can be reversed? And I don't know if you heard the answer that I gave or not. But basically what I said was, for people that want to change and go a different direction, sure, there's always room for change, but it's not something that you can force somebody to change. And also said, and I meant it, we're on the horizon, we're not Fix a Fag Foundation. We do work that can help a person who's involved in it, but we're not trying to recruit a bunch of fags to try to turn them around. Do you find that offensive, or do you find that to be realistic in terms of trying to do something to motivate our people to move forward?
No, I actually, I like your solution. I think that would be reasonable because you can't push it down anybody's throat. So I think, for people who do want to change, I think that, we should offer some type of help in the nationalist community. But, from what I have experienced, I haven't seen a lot of people come out of that lifestyle. I do know a few people who have, and they've gone on to, have healthy families, heterosexual relationships. But I've also seen a large number of people who didn't change.
Now, were any of the ones that changed and went on to have healthy relationships men, or they were all women?
Men and women.
So you've seen some brothers that got involved in that, somehow got out of it, and went on to have healthy relationships?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's a
so-called healthy relationships. I wouldn't trust it, but so-called healthy relationships, yes.
Okay. Well, I got to respect that. I appreciate that, and we thank you for calling. We hope you call more, sister.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
My brother calling from the southbound lane, trying to get our people free.
Peace, Brother Genie.
Hey, brother. Good to hear from my brother. How you feeling?
Good to hear from you also, sir. Powerful, powerful, powerful show, man. I appreciate you creating this platform where people can call in and have a healthy dialogue about such a serious, real serious subject matter, Real powerful,
Can you hear me, Brother Lewis?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Let me do a favor. I'm going to call right back in because they say my line is static. I want you to stay there because I definitely want you to get a chance to say what you got to say. So stay right with me. All right, brother?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Let's see. My brother Lewis.
Yes, sir, Genie. Man, powerful show. You know, if you listen to all the comments that were made on the show tonight, I would say that you have 100% dissatisfaction with this socially engineered system that we're living under right now. And, you know, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said it takes dissatisfied people in order to make a change. You can't never make a change with satisfied people. And so we have to separate those of us who are dissatisfied from the Negroes and degenerates who are satisfied. And it's real interesting because our parents really failed a major test when the Black Power movement was strong. They failed the test of integration. And integration was the test of that day in place of black people rejecting it in all its forms, integration. Many of us, because we wanted money and jobs and prestige in an area close to the master, and we didn't want the rough perils of war, if you will, so we accepted integration. And it destroyed the black family unit. That's the core of our problem. Now, my contemporaries and the people in our age group, it's funny how history repeats itself, but we have a test on the table. We have a war on the table that we all have to take a definitive stand on. It's a socially engineered program on how we're going to function in the next 40 years. Whites have it on the table. And we either have to accept it or be warrior enough to reject it. And that socially engineered idea is the idea of homosexuality. In fact, they've already predicted that if black men are going to be around in the next 19 years, they'll be bisexual at best. But really, they're trying to hoard us into polyamorism, marrying animals and dogs and a rooster up in your bed and a dog up in your bed, black women with a dog in the pocketbook along with several other plastic objects, and just turning us into the 3/5 of human beings that their evil ancestors said that we were over 400 years ago. In fact, in Arkansas, a congressman or two just came out saying that we should be thankful and slavery was a blessing. So, you know, now as we listen to all of our brothers and sisters in their dissatisfaction, we have to become comfortable harnessing the energy that we have. And we have to be comfortable knowing that real intense dislike is classified as hate. So we have to become supreme, religious, if you will, a way of life, true hate teachers of that which is filth and indecency. And we have to become comfortable with that to where we're not trying to get around it. Yes, I hate the culture of homosexuality. Yes, I hate the culture of integration. Yes, I hate pedophilia. Yes, I hate black degeneracy where Negroes want to break in old black women's houses and rape black women. I hate all of that. And I'm very comfortable with it, and it's healthy because it takes those type of intense dislikes in order to produce a new society. We'll never produce nothing new if we fall for the same trick that our ancestors fell for, or really just our parents. Our parents fell for integration, and because they wanted money. And now the offer of money is attached to homosexuality. So you see all of the homos being promoted by none other than Barack Obama and others. So now, you know, this is our day and our decision on how we're going to take this here and how we're going to organize around these issues that we have on the table, Brother Genie. But, man, powerful platform, and people ought to be bringing you in all over the country because really years ago, you know, you came to Louisiana and did this thing, has homosexuality hit the black community like crack cocaine in the 80s. And we hadn't been the same, really, learning of this strategic war plan that they have to homosexualize all black men. And this is part of the reason why any news channel that you turn on, you will see a black female sitting next to white men. It's almost as if they are a couple, meaning that the black man is not going to be anywhere on the planet, you know. And they're doing things to us, chemically. I hear people talking about chemicals and putting stuff in the food. But, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he was such a strategic teacher. He said that thought produces a chemistry and it can change your DNA. That is the most powerful thing you can have in your mind is thought. So if somebody can control your thinking and then give you chemicals, maybe they can turn you out. But just the chemicals alone, without bombarding you with psychological, brutal warfare, you couldn't be swayed into this way of life. And if they got the effeminization lectures, which, we always advertise them, we want people to get them and sit in your house and have a dialogue about them. If they got those effeminization lectures, let me tell you how armed they would be. It don't take a lot of punch to knock any man out, especially if he don't see the punch coming. So he can't brace himself for the punch. Well, they're hitting our people, and our people are not even braced for the punch. But once you watch these effeminization lectures, not only will you be braced, your hands will be up, and you'll be swinging. So thank you for this powerful show, Brother Genie.
Well, let me ask you, if we send you a box of the feminization of the black males, would you be able to spread those throughout Louisiana, Baton Rouge?
We'll go beyond Baton Rouge. We'll go down to Lafayette. We'll go to the Delta of Mississippi. Heck, if you hook me up, maybe we'll even go up to Jackson, Mississippi and show our brother how to distribute. That's what we do on the ground.
Well, I tell you what, we got some people in Dallas that said we're doing all this pro bono. We're going to send them. All you got to do is give us an address. We're going to send them to Dallas. We got one brother. We got our brother Tinkerman at Jackson State. And we're going to go ahead and send you a box as well, the feminization of black males, for you to just hand out to people who you think will watch them, that could use them. And we're going to get this message out there because we can't wait anymore. It's what it is, what we just had a show. I don't need to regurgitate that and tell people what it is. Everybody knows what it is because we all dealing with it. So we're going to send that to you very soon, brother.
Yes, sir. We'll be looking for it, and we will see you on the battlefield.
All right. See you on the battlefield. That's my brother Lewis in the southbound lane to get our people free. We got 4 more minutes to the 10 o'clock hour. Going to bring my brother on the line to end it nice and tight. 0785. How you doing, my brother?
Black Power, Genie. Black Power.
Black Power Warrior. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I really couldn't get a chance to hear the whole show. I caught the first 40 plus minutes of it. I had to get back on the plantation, but I was so mad I couldn't hear the whole thing that when I got out of work and I played started listening to the thing online, I'm like, okay, this show's still going on, so let me see if I can call in and get a couple words in. This thing is crazy. I mean, I didn't really understand what was going on until I bought the Poltergeist DVDs and really seeing how they infiltrate our minds through the television set. Last week, I'm sitting with my cousin and his wife, and we sitting back cooling, having a conversation, and then his wife puts on, what's that show called, Bad Girls Club? So I'm sitting and I'm watching it with them, and there's a scene where this sister is, and his wife, and his cracker is really getting on some really touchy kind of thing, and they're talking about, I never felt this way about another girl, and I feel so comfortable with you, and I don't know what to do, and I'm falling in love with you, and they actually, you know how those reality shows where they have those hidden cameras inside the room, they actually show the sister and the cracker, I mean, doing what they do, getting it in. And I'm like, I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at this in shock and disgust, and them two looking at it like it's entertainment. And I'm like, yo, cuz, what are you doing watching this? What are you talking about? I'm like, son, you got a 3-year-old daughter sleeping in the bedroom right now. Is this what you comfortable watching? I'm like, how would you feel if she grew up talking about some mommy, daddy, I like this girl? Of course, they wasn't with it, but I'm like, if you keep playing this around the house, soon enough it'd be that way. So we got to talking, and I got the look of you always talking that black talk as if this something that like a side dish that I'm trying to put on the main entree. This is just ridiculous to me, and I wish I would have caught the whole show, but I figured that experience was enough for me to come on the line and just share that, because it's ridiculous. People will watch stuff and not see it as it affecting them, even if they have little small children.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Because this is really, really, really critical what you're saying. And I want you to really, really tell me what you think of. Okay, so you watched the Fight in the Poltergeist, all 3 parts.
I don't got 2. I got the first and the third.
Okay, you didn't watch the second one. You watched the first one and the third one.
Yeah, I got to get the second one.
Okay, so you haven't seen the second one yet. Okay, so, but watching the first one and the third one gave you some insight. Here's my question. If you had not seen Fighting the Poltergeist and you were at the same family members' houses watching that, would that stuff have rubbed you the wrong way?
It'd rub me the wrong way regardless, just because, number one, it was a sister, and number two, she on that homo stuff.
Okay, so you already saw well enough to see how bad that was.
Yeah.
Okay, that's even prior to seeing that. But what did seeing Fighting the Poltergeist do for you in terms of understanding how they pushing this fag thing? How did that affect that?
It always you always know something, because when something is in the air, you can feel it. Even if you can see sprinkles of it, you can kind of understand what you're seeing. But unless you study something, I don't care if you live in the thick of it. Unless you study something, you'll never have a true understanding of what it is, or you'll never be able to verbally break it down so someone else can build a picture with you. So watching those DVDs helped me verbalize and formulate real actual thoughts in my head about what I always knew and what I was always feeling. And to hear you break it down, because I've heard these lectures online all the time, but to see the DVDs and actually visualize it, it was crazy to me. And it really cemented in my mind how sick these Europeans are. I always knew they were sick, but to know that it is in their culture, and for those small hats, it is in their religious beliefs. And then this is who are running our society, and this is who our little black kids are trying to be like. And it's sad, because as a kid, I was on the same page. So this is why I have such a devout, righteous hate for them, because I was in that situation. I remember I was a small kid. I had to be about 5 years old, and this girl at my church, every Saturday, she was about 10 years older than me. I don't remember how it started, but she used to ask me, she's like, "Pop, what color are you?" And I used to always tell her I was white. And she'd be like, "Why do you think you're white for?" And I could never answer the question. I just knew that I just wanted to be white. And then one day, I don't know how long this went on, but one day she asked me again, and I said I was black, and she never asked me that question again. So, as we people do, we always psychoanalyze ourselves, or we should. And I was reflecting one day a couple years ago, and I had to think about, why did I want to be white at 5, 6 years old? And I realized, as beautiful as my mother is, bless her heart, I used to come back from preschool, and I used to always see her watching General Hospital, soap operas. I used to always see those magazines, those cracker magazines splayed out on the counter. So my young mind thought that, okay, in order to be successful, to be rich, to have money, you had to be white. So I even though I knew at that young age I couldn't physically be white, but I thought if I kept the mentality of a cracker, then maybe I would have that prestige and that money. So this is a real powerful thing that we up against.
Last question for you, brother. Are we going to win?
Man, I got no choice but to think, but I have no choice but to feel that we're going to win. So even if a lot of us ain't going to make it, I'm cool with the handful that is going to make it, and we're going to fight to liberate the ones that are going to survive. And before I let you go, who's the brother that greets President Trump?
Say it again.
I said, who's the greets President Trump?
Do it one more time. You keep breaking up when you ask the question. Who's the brother?
I said, who's the brother that greets crack in the trunk?
Oh, that's brother Jeff from D.C.
Yes. I heard him say it a few times when I called the show, but it really hit me last week. So I'm like, I like this. I'm gonna start using that. That's my greeting every day. Somebody called me on the phone, crack in the trunk. What's up? They started laughing like it's a joke, but it's real to me, man. So crack in the trunk, Genie. Have a good night, man.
All right, you too, brother. Crack in the trunk. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. Crack in the trunk. Brother Jeff always starting something. Well, brothers and sisters, this has been an outstanding program. Glad you called up, showing us NFL football players in pink and random other fagdom. This is a malicious fagdom show as the Empire strikes back, and as we really just get off our chest this madness that we're dealing with and start organizing and coming to the reality that it's time for us to organize. Talking about it is critical, because you're not going to organize until you talked about it. So we're not doing anything wrong by talking about it. People say, why are you just talking about it? Well, what are you doing? Nothing. Why don't you take what we're talking about and do something? If you're not, then it'll be up to us, brothers and sisters. And quite frankly, I'm telling you, nobody else is coming. Nobody's coming. We got the team. We got the brothers and sisters. We spread all around the country, which to some degree makes us feel like it's bad. But if we work together, it's really better because we don't have to get pigeonholed in any one place. If we work to bring one horizon and the like mind into all these different areas around the country and share this message with our people, then we can actually help one another in the places where we actually live, have community impact, and then we got the global impact. So that's like having your Air Force and your Army, and then some things got to happen for some things to really change. So we got to have some Marines too, and then we can really make something happen out here, brothers and sisters. So with that said, I want to thank everybody out there. You know we love y'all. We know we do. We wouldn't stay on the 10 o'clock if we didn't. We appreciate all the wonderful support. And we know we say some things that upset people and make people disappointed and angry, but we only do that because we didn't come here to be your friends. No. Being a friend is cool, but being a savior is better. We came here to save our race because we're under assault. And the only way we can do that is to fight. And we're going to keep fighting until we win, brothers and sisters. So we're going to go out with the song from United Front. That's going to be the song that's going to open up a brand new movement for our people. Straight Pride, featuring Mayafa Southpaw. We love you. We'll see you on the battlefield. War on the horizon. You gotta love it.
Straight pride, man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. Straight pride, man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. Straight pride, man, woman, child. Yeah, straight pride, man, woman, child. Yeah, straight pride, man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. Family, the backbone of the nation, along with spirituality, culture, and education. Your Negro president supporting abomination. Get it? Abomination. This is an abrasion. The black family needs saving. Missing enslavement got you sexing like cavemen. Sisters said they gay friends closer to playpen. Now you wonder why Jason is messing with gay men to make your population double. Gotta build some healthy couples. Black man and woman, far stronger, healthy muscles. Brothers find a hustle. Love your woman, let her trust you. Some of y'all on the down low and feminine like Russell. Feminine whether you pitching or you catching, you just bagging. I ain't talking to y'all. Ain't on the bad marriage. Y'all sodomites, pedophiles, buzz packers, lead bowls, butchers and dykes and bull daggers. Straight pride, man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. Straight pride, man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. Straight pride, man, woman, child. Yeah, straight pride, man, woman, child. Yeah, straight pride, man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. They want to kill our Y chromosomes, triple our X. Have a sword fighting for the fire. Homosexuality, 2 moms, 2 dads. I don't care what heifer has. Kids, skip that paragraph. Do some extra credit math. Not the lampoon, but in the bathroom, Senator Larry Craig posted up, got a party, wearing pumps, giving jumps. Brother Bo, look how they got me. They slowly at me when they slide by me. I set the presence on the gator, homo fag radar. Could never go to Roman path. Prince Akeem, royal bab, queen with the royal rag, and massage oil, yeah. The perfect synergy, blends with me splendidly. We could start a trinity. Man, woman, child, black POTUS got the voters, tender 40s, homophiles. Let's send them out of style. Rap, all black shroud, black pride, black life, black family and power. Straight pride, man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. Straight pride, man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. Straight pride, man, woman, child. Yeah, straight pride, man, woman, child. Yeah, straight pride, man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. This is for the sisters with a mister. Go ahead and throw your fist up and be proud. You never got it mixed up.
out of salt, I keep them all at bay. Oh, I'm moving with a side of Cuba, good like Trey. I don't care about your feelings if you think I'm disrespecting you. Homosexuality is not acceptable. You got me throwing up my vegetables, and I'm even uncomfortable sitting next to you. Straight pride, man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. Straight pride, man, woman, child. I'm talking about nation building. I'm talking about raising children. Straight pride, man, woman, child.